It's time for a conversation with the big guy, pal.
Welcome to Conversation with the Big Guy. I am the Big Guy Ryback, and I'm sitting here with the one and only Phoenix Marie.
I'm back.
You're back. How are you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain.
I'm doing good. I can't complain either. We're alive. We're healthy. Mm-hmm. Are you healthy?
I'm healthy. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how healthy are you?
Probably an 11. I'm beast mode.
It's pretty healthy, Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm pretty beast mode.
I'm slowly getting there after all the stem cell procedures, so.
Yeah, how was it?
It was good. I had my 100th procedure this weekend.
Was your ass up again?
Yeah, thanks. No, this was the bone marrow grafting one, which they take bone marrow from your hip, but I actually got there, and they usually don't give you any drugs beforehand. I haven't usually they wait till they take me in there,
right?
But they put the IV in when I get there, and you have to wait. There are a couple people in front of me. It's about each procedure's like 30 to 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what the person's stem cells are getting done. The people before you. And but this one, whatever reason, the lady before me was taking kind of long. She had a longer procedure, and I guess sometimes they don't know till they start. Like it's just like surgery essentially.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's other things and whatnot. And so the anesthesiologist came in, who's been the same one every time with me, and I brought that story up to him about the last time I talked about where they were drawing my blood, and he came over and gave me the relaxant. Mm-hmm. One of the medicines before, and I don't remember anything, but then I remember just being on the table and like the doctor trying to decide like, well, there's not enough fat on his sides for this one, and he goes, we're going to take it from the top of the ass. And I go, no, take it from my sides. You can find some. And like, that's all I remember. And I was telling, he goes, you remember that? And I go, yeah. He goes, that's pretty good. Because usually I was like, that's all I remember from it. But this one wasn't that. It's just the bone marrow. But they came in, he gave me, because they give you this stuff. The worst part of these procedures is they give you this medicine through the IV that dries your mouth out, so that during the surgery you're not like
trying to suck on
you don't
the
have
tube.
saliva,
Yeah.
and like they want this to be as clean as possible, and like so where your airways they're open and you're not over salivating, I think is the correct word I'm looking for. So they usually give you that, and where you get just cotton mouth all day. So I'm just all day I'm drinking water and electrolytes
and Cane's chicken.
Yeah, I did go get Cane's chicken fingers.
Okay,
after.
let's hear the cheat day. What was it?
No, hold on, we'll get there.
Okay,
Easy,
okay.
Tiger. What was I saying with this now? The cotton mouth.
Yes.
It was the worst feeling ever, though. It's when you wake up and they give you water when you wake up there, but it's the car ride from there to Cane's to get the chicken, and I was just waiting on an unsweet tea. My mouth was so dry, like I couldn't even get out like my order. Like
you're like, oh, Cane's.
Yeah, and like you're trying to lick your lips, and it's just it's for the next 3 hours after it, you're just chugging everything and constantly. But in that it goes away after the next day. But yeah, that is definitely the worst part of it. But the guy must have gave me a little something when I was in the back waiting, because I felt great. Like
happiest person.
Yeah, like I was just like, this is so cool. And just sitting there, and you're just in a hospital in a gown with a little hat and your little slippers on, and just sitting there. And I couldn't have been any happier. And I was like,
why did they put a hat on? You don't have any hair.
Yeah, I shave the time before I go in too. It's like I've asked before. It's just procedure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
it's like, your eyebrows are on fleek. It might just fall out.
I feel like they just want to see you in your not cool element, anyways. So it's like even if they there might be a policy where if you don't have hair, they don't have to have you wear it. But I feel like they're just like, no, we like to let everyone wear these to let them know we're in control.
Especially whenever they take pictures of you while you're knocked out, and they're like, sit on his face again. No.
That's what I picture. I told you, like they just have the students in there, and everyone just taking photos with you, just naked on the table.
Titty twisters.
Yeah.
Look, you won't never know.
Can you imagine, like doctors, that stuff comes out with doctors doing that?
Oh.
That would be, and it's clearly, I don't think that ever happens, but it's just like with everything, with people like Hollywood, things come out with the Weinstein and all, these doctors that they're just like, Jesus.
Oh no, I heard one thing. One of my doctors I work with, he was like, "Oh yeah, you know it's really cool." I'm all, what? He saw in med school we got a penis pump and we attached it to an actual penis and we pumped it and it exploded. I'm all, you mean?
Wait, this is stuff they really do.
Yeah, in med school.
What was the point of the procedure
It
or
was
the
something
experiment?
about showing how blood can still flow after, the
Death,
cadaver's
yeah,
water. And I was just like,
men are still horny even after they die.
he was so horny, he exploded.
Yeah.
But I was just like, whoa. Like, so I think they do fuck with us. It depends on who it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You always have the most interesting stories.
Sorry.
I love the information people share with you, just on whatever. It's just like, oh, we can tell her anything.
Yeah, and they can. I
Yeah.
don't mind. I'm like, sure, go
Oh,
ahead.
you're awesome. So I love that we're starting off hot with that. Anything exciting going on this week for you?
This week, by the time this airs, I'll be leaving for Exotica, New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, what is Exotica?
So it's basically, it happens 3 times a year in different cities, and we do a signing. We bring all of our own stuff, like 8x10s, DVDs. You get to take photos with the girls. They do charge. It depends on the girl and how much they charge.
That's everything, and like that's the same thing with wrestling and
Yeah, when you go to the expos.
all and then actors and the Comic Cons and
especially Comic Cons. Oh my God, I spent so much money on those.
The prices vary for depending on how often they do appearances or where they're at in their career. It's everyone has a different price. So
I like to keep mine still affordable because I know that there's so many girls and I want my fans to experience all the girls the same way I do.
That's very sweet of you, Felix.
I share.
Such a sharing, caring individual.
Well, it's true. Like,
no, you
come
are.
on. I like to make it so it's a fun experience. They already pay money at the door to get in, so I do my best to make it so everyone, has a good time.
That's very cool. That's
Yeah.
very.
But I get to be dorks, and it's more personable because AVN comes and like you pay one time, you don't have to pay for the meet and greets, but the lines are so long during AVN.
So this is just it's a porn convention essentially, is what it is of all the different actresses and actors, and you get to meet them there.
And there's like Takeshi is always there recently.
Who?
Takeshi.
Wait.
Rikishi.
Wait, hold on.
Rikishi.
I love that you. I love every week that you botch a wrestling name. It's my favorite part of this show. That's why I have you read the wrestling news, and I feel like it's the greatest. You're learning on the job again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are the casual viewer. You were a hardcore fan
Yes.
at one point, and then you just fell out of touch with it, which is a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Which we'll get on to the whole fact that I think since Ace is going to take a break, my homework that week is I'm going to come up with the wrestling news.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be so fun. I totally want to do this.
We're just going to skip that part of the show, Felix.
No.
We're not even going to do it. We're just going to talk about the week, do some reviews and questions, and move on.
Be like this hot bitch in leather beat up this other bitch in spandex
Takeshi.
shorts.
You called him Takeshi.
No, it's Rikishi, right?
Rikishi. Yeah,
Rikishi.
you corrected yourself before I corrected you.
Yeah, see, I was on it.
I felt like you were reading my lips as I'm looking at you. You were like,
I might have a little bit. You guys don't need to know about that. But he's there. We've had a couple of different like pro wrestlers come in and do signings that obviously have left the WWE.
Yeah. I never, because I'd done a couple Comic Cons actually this past year, and I love them. They're a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. Freddy Krueger and Jason were like right down and like the original actors.
Michael Myers.
And one of the actors in, it was like, I can't remember his name. He was such a nice guy. But from Dukes of Hazzard, the young blonde. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, of course.
What's his name, that actor?
I can't think of his name.
I can't remember if it was John something, but he was really, really cool. And he was on the booth right next to me. That was in Niagara Falls in Canada. And then we did one in Nassau Coliseum, actually, back east. But it was horrible. Like, we had, like, fans there.
Right.
It was probably my worst appearance I've done since I left WWE. Not worse, like, as far as, like, it was miserable. But the Comic-Con forgot to promote me. Didn't put me on the thing. So, but I put my ad up like the week before, like a Facebook ad and stuff. So there were some fans that knew I was going to be there, but it was just like they didn't have it like. And when
the marquee wasn't.
It wasn't like what I thought it was going to be. Like the other Comic Con, they had like my background images up. It was all set up. This wasn't set up at all. It's just a table. And I've never I literally just wanted to just turn. I was actually really angry with the person who put it together.
Right.
And I was just wanted to turn around and like screw this. Like this is, but it ended up being, there were wrestling fans there, and we had still a great turnout for the 2 days of people coming over, but they just didn't know. I was like, oh, we didn't know you were going to be here. And it's like, it was just the presentation.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it's like, you always want it to be presented in a professional manner. But I just look at it as a learning experience. So I was like, I had all my own stuff made, like table
Feed
stuff.
Me More and everything.
Like, so that way, in case anything ever at an appearance, they don't have it for something like that, oh, I got it. I brought it with me, and no big deal. So, and that's what it taught me. But I got a show this weekend. I'm going to do a little promotion on this show. I will be on October 27th here, I believe, on a Friday. Chaotic Wrestling presents Breaking Point, featuring the big guy Ryback. I will be in singles competition, and it starts at 8 p.m. We're going to do a meet and greet before that, I believe, at 6 p.m., and that is going to be at Northern Essex Community College and in Haverhill, Massachusetts. So that's for Chaotic Wrestling. That ad is up on my Facebook for the show, guys. So check that out, and on feedmemore.com. That is where I'm going to be competing this weekend. But I had a great show, a great time, I should say, in Nashville this past week.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good, but it was also stuff that only could happen on independent wrestling shows. That
Elaborate.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to. So before that, I do want to say it was Overdrive Wrestling. The promoter, Frank, hell of a guy. Very, very nice guy. As professional as I've come across since leaving WWE. And with independent promotions, some of them are great. Some of them are good. Some of them are just where you're like, yeah, that was okay. They're all different. But I've had more good experiences than bad. Very few bad experiences since I've left. So that's been one of the pluses on it. This guy, this was his first show he's ever promoted and never ran. And he had a good turnout. And he had guys like John Hennigan and Ricochet, myself, ODB, Victoria, and Rebel from TNA or from Impact. Everyone always call it TNA. So they had quite a few names on it. And but there was a situation that happened where my opponent, he had booked, he didn't get the memo in time on, or he did, and somebody just didn't do their job on getting me a small opponent.
Right.
Or a smaller opponent. This guy was a big guy.
He's like you, big guy?
285, 290. Not as muscular.
Okay.
But in good shape.
Okay.
I will say he was not in bad shape by any means. Very, very nice man. But a big man, a very big man. And kind of he's a Bruiser Brody type character. And so the situation was that we essentially were slated to, the promoter, guys, I know you're going out there to have a real fight. If you guys could try to make this real fight go about 20 minutes, I would appreciate it. Ryback, don't kill him right away. If you could drag this on and get the people their money's worth. And I go, yes, sir, whatever you want. I'll try to make this real fight 20 minutes.
Winky, winky.
So he had a promo before the match, and it was, just the standard, I'm the biggest, baddest guy in town. There's nobody bigger than me, blah, blah, blah. That kind of.
Yeah. And then you stand up behind him and dwarf him.
And then the music hits, and you get the reaction, and clearly everyone knows it's going to be me except for that guy. And there was an incident where the music people played my music right when he started. I'm the biggest, baddest. My music hit. So I got to go out. I'll go. So I go out and I walk out, and I usually walk out, then I go to do my entrance where I fire up and I go through my whole routine. Well, they realized they messed up after I come out and get ready to do my entrance. They just cut my music.
Oh no!
And this has never happened to me ever.
Did you sulk in the back?
So what you want to do is, holy fuck, they just created the most awkward situation ever. Do I get on the mic and just cut a promo with this guy? Are they going to restart the music maybe and just let me do my entrance? Everything is ruined. But we're here, everyone's staring at me. They don't know anything messed up. But something, I don't have a microphone either. So why would you cut the music? So I look at them and I go, let's do this again. Play the music again. And I go to the back to just redo the whole entrance. fuck it, that's the next best thing in my
Yeah.
opinion. So I go to the back. They don't play the music. I literally thought it was pretty clear.
Yes.
Go to the back and no music plays. I'm the biggest, baddest guy. He starts the promo all over again. That doesn't work because it's already been revealed it's me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's going to cut the same promo or not, or if he's going to improvise and change it. But it's starting off the same. And I'm like, I run over to the music people, play my fucking music. And then he's cutting the promo. They play my music. Here I come. I do my entrance. The crowd was great throughout the whole match. But it was just one of those things that only can happen. And it wasn't nobody's fault. It was just one of I love it because I was like, anything that happens, I can talk about on the podcast now, essentially. But the crowd was great. But unfortunately, my opponent years ago, was out of wrestling for a while. I guess he had some nerve damage done to his neck where he had something happen where he landed on his neck or has had some sort of head trauma. And he's had it in the ring before, I guess, where not a stinger necessarily, but where he gets the nerve in his arm his arm goes numb.
Yeah. To the fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had that nerve damage, and I had to wrestle with that for a couple years, and I had to do neck traction every day, and it sucks. And several wrestlers have gone through it. Like nerve damage and wrestling, unfortunately, kind of just go hand in hand. So we're doing the match, and I could tell something after we got going, and maybe we were out there for about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes, and I could just tell something wasn't right. And we do the thing, and I hit him with my meat chin music, which is Shawn Michaels' sweet chin music.
Stealer.
But my version of it, and every other
way
person,
more sexier than
meat chin music and big guy kick. Yeah. And I cover him, and I don't think he kicks out, but I guess he got his shoulder up, at least to the referee he did. And I'm just thinking, oh no. And I look at him, I go, are you okay? He goes, and I'm thinking, oh no.
You just fucked him up.
I didn't know what happened.
Right.
And he goes, my shoulder. And I just roll out, and he rolled out of the ring, and trying to figure out, well, let him get his wits back and see what. And finally, I go out after him, and I go, can you go on? He goes, no. So wrapped it up early and just went to
chased him around the ring.
The finish of the match and the crowd was great. The crowd was great throughout the whole match, but it was one of those I was just like, oh man. One, you never want to see anybody get hurt, and he was, as the night went on, this has happened to him before, I guess, and it's just scary when you never want to see somebody
in pain.
Yeah, and but it just sucks because that's my one time in Nashville, and I don't know when I'm going to be back in Nashville, and I'm sure I'll be back for this promotion at some other point. But it was like you want to give the crowd everything, or that you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially because, like you said, you don't know when the next Nashville promotion
and
is.
So, but and literally nothing you could do about that. But the crowd was great for it, and everything worked out all right, and he was all right at the end of the night. But it was just one of those situations that unfortunately happens in pro wrestling. But with every negative is a positive, and on this trip, I also have discovered a new alcohol.
Oh, what is that?
It's what you're drinking.
I know.
Right now.
Well,
I appreciate you playing dumb, Phoenix, for the listeners.
I'm
out
so
there.
good.
That's just how you talk the whole show.
Yes, Daddy. Whatever you want.
Daddy, nice touch, Phoenix.
Bam.
Some wrestling fans just outraged right now. This is just
horrible. Oh gosh, when we get to reviews, we'll discuss that stuff.
But Purity Vodka. That was I got to see some old friends, Victoria, ODB, met Rebel from Impact Wrestling. We were all at the same hotel, and ODB likes her alcohol, and we all went out to eat, and I had some Tito's, and I was like, I'll have a few drinks, and because I hadn't seen them in a long time, and I like to drink on my podcast show, and that's it. But you know what? Fuck it, it's a show weekend, and nothing crazy. Well, I ended up over 20 vodkas and club sodas throughout the night.
You're pretty big, so how fucked up were you?
Like probably as bad as I could possibly be.
Oh, Jesus.
But still like coherent and not...
How coherent?
Not stumbling over or anything.
Anything?
Yeah. we're not going to talk about what Phoenix just did right there. She was very unprofessional for a moment.
So unprofessional.
No, but we went back to we were going to go out, and they took me actually to a trailer bar in Nashville.
Get her done.
Santa's Bar or something.
Okay.
And I don't remember what it was, but I just instantly was like, I don't want to go in here, guys. We took a picture out in front of it. Aww. And because at this point, I had already had quite a few vodkas and club sodas. Mm-hmm. So I was, we should go back to the hotel bar because I don't want anyone drinking and driving. I don't want to, I don't want to be drinking and then not know if somebody's drinking. I'm not paying attention to what,
other people are doing.
With the driver's drinking or not. And you never know if the night goes on. So I was like, we're better off. We'll just get the hotel bar to hopefully stay open for us, which they did.
Awesome.
Donna, awesome bartender at the hotel we were at, the 4 Point Sheraton. And she ran out of Tito's at some point in the night, probably after drink 10. And she switched. She goes, you ever heard of Purity Vodka? She goes, it's the best around. I go, no, I haven't. How's it better than Tito's? Nothing's better than Tito's. And she goes, it's distilled 34 times. I go, Tito's is only distilled 6 times. She goes, I know. And she switched me over to that. And I drank so much Purity. And I was telling you, I woke up, though, on 5 hours sleep with no hangover.
Wow.
And I've never...
That's intense.
For the amount that I had put down that night. And I am now a believer. I went and bought some bottles of it at the liquor store. It's not sold at all the liquor stores here. But one of the Lee's discount liquors on... Not the one by me, unfortunately, but the one a few exits up had it. And I'm telling you, it is smooth, and it's my new drink of choice.
And, of course, we're drinking it with...
Stevia.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Zevia, I apologize. Zevia. Sweetened with stevia.
Yes.
It's my favorite soda.
And actually, with black cherry, it tastes pretty good.
Do you like the black cherry?
I do. Is there a root beer?
There's a root beer. There's a cream soda that's really good,
I expect both of those next week.
You're very high demand.
I
it's
am.
Like having only one color
candy.
yellow M&Ms in your bowl when you arrive.
It's chocolates there. I want the brown ones because it makes sense.
What is your favorite candy?
Oh, Jesus, my favorite candy. They used to be bottle caps, Willy Wonka bottle caps, because those are awesome, just pure sugar and amazingness, and they're great for anal days.
Sugar, like a pill, like capsule.
Tablet.
They're like the little tablets
of
sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I love them. And they have root beer and cream soda flavor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember those now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bring you some next week and make you eat them.
It was funny. In the hotel, they actually had on the pillow, they had 2 Now and Laters. And I thought that was so random at a 4 Point Sheraton. They just had...
What flavor Now and Laters?
I think it was I think it was red and yellow.
Oh, I love banana.
But I hadn't had those since I was a kid, and I go, that's very random because usually they'll have a mint or a chocolate or different thing, or a little sleep mist thing that's supposed to make you tired at night. It was 2 Now and Laters, and I was just like, whoever the manager of this place is probably pretty fun.
Yeah,
just
I agree.
They're a kid at heart if they're putting Now and Laters on your pillow. I threw them away instantly. I don't want this fucking candy.
How dare you do that to my candy?
Well, they do that. You're going to eat it eventually if you have it sitting around. If I would have saw those Now and Laters after I got back in the room later, those would have been destroyed. But throw them away. Don't forget them.
No.
I also got to visit my good friend, my old rival, Rusev and Lana. Mm-hmm. They live in Nashville. Do you know who Rusev is?
Yes, I've heard the name.
You have heard it?
Yes.
So you know some of the names still.
Yeah, I do.
You just don't watch it.
He thinks I don't watch any wrestling ever. I'll catch it every now and then.
Do you if you're flipping through the channels and you...
And Monday Night Raw's on, I'll watch it.
You do watch some of it?
It's been probably 4 months since I've sat down and watched a wrestling show.
What do you think about it now when you watch? Is it like it when you watched it when you were younger now, and also you're older now, so do you look at it differently because you're older?
I look at it a little different because I'm older.
I think that is a lot of people that happens because when you're a kid, you just view things differently.
Oh yeah, everyone's bigger than you are. They're larger than life. It's oh my gosh. Now I'm looking who am I gonna fuck?
Your intentions are completely different.
Completely different.
So you were not saying that to yourself as a kid then?
No, not then. No,
you were still pure at heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I thought Shawn Michaels and his hair was so dreamy.
It's amazing how people view wrestling, and everyone watches it for different reasons and whatnot. But when you watch it now, what are your thoughts? What do you like? Is it?
I think it's entertaining still. I love watching it. It's fun. Like I said, I'm really going to do the wrestling news. I'm not even joking. I want to do it that week. I think it'd be cute.
I would like you just doing the wrestling news every week, and we give you the official report still.
and I'll read what I want, and then
we added your news too.
Yikes!
And it would really, really that would really make my day. But No, I got to go over to Rusev and Lana's castle in Nashville. They are living large. It always entertains me where wrestlers choose to live. And like Rusev is from his big, mean, vicious Bulgarian brute on TV. And Lana is like from Russia. And that's the characters. And there's just two happily married people living in Nashville. It's just so random. Like, and then
Nashville's so pretty. I love it.
Do you think Nashville's pretty?
I do.
There's pretty areas there,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of greenery there.
And you go to the Titan Stadium, and you're like, Chiefs win.
No, so I've seen that driving by. Actually, there's parts there, but there's different parts. Like, I don't know. I know because I've been to. There's parts of Tennessee. Gatlinburg, is that another one?
Yes.
That's beautiful over there, like where there's like some nice wooded areas, and then there's other parts of Tennessee that aren't as nice, but that's like everywhere I'd imagine and whatnot. But he's out in a nice area and has a good amount of land, and it was good to see my old rival. And he made sure he's been leaning up lately. He's always been a big man, as he likes to be called. And he's a big fan of the podcast, by the way.
Awesome.
But he answered the door with no shirt on, and like just to like show me that he's gotten better shape since I've last seen him.
Oh, he's like, you see these? You see
which
this
was a month ago in
10-pack.
Vegas. I saw him at dinner when we went, but he had his shirt on, so he wanted me to see that the progress, and so I didn't compliment him at all.
That's so mean.
Which he made sure to remind me after, like, you could not even one compliment, because I've complimented him when I saw people, you're looking better than ever, buddy. Blah, blah, blah. But I was like, oh, you're going to answer your door with no shirt on. I'm not going to compliment you now. That's just weird.
Then it's like, should we be fucking? I don't know. It's weird.
What is it with you? It always goes back to that, Phoenix.
What? I'm just saying.
Always.
You gave me the alcohol, sir. I'm just saying.
You've had, if people knew the amount of alcohol that, it was a thimble of vodka that was poured in that. Literally the thimble from Monopoly I used to pour the vodka.
Like, she's going to be sloshed by the end of this podcast.
I didn't even put vodka in it at first, and I was just going to see. You were already, no, Phoenix, there's literally just black cherry in that.
Like, no, I can feel it. It hurts.
It's the good news, Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner.
So I'm pretty sure that's why I'm sweating up a storm right now.
Really? How many have you been taking?
4 and 4.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It works. Like, I'm in my car, and I even, like, tweeted the other day. I'm like, I have boob sweat. Like, even right now, we're sitting down. I'm like, why am I so sweaty? It must be that. Like, there's nothing else I'm taking.
I wonder if it's the Capsimax, which is, it's like cayenne pepper that's in it.
Ooh.
But it's cool. There's ginger in it, so it doesn't, like, burn your stomach or anything.
Right?
But the different ingredients in it, it literally just burns body fat. But it's not like the ginseng will give you energy, which I put a good amount of ginseng in there because it's just good to have energy. But it doesn't have all the other like things in there, artificial stimulants where it's going to crack you out and things.
Yeah,
like
I haven't had that feeling at all.
you just get leaner on it, and it's the formula I've been using for years, and I just I want people like it is. There's no other supplement that has the amount of ingredients that I have. And like usually you have to buy apple cider vinegar pills by itself, or if a supplement puts it in and they have a couple other things, they'll have a small amount. Like I put the real amounts of everything in there, which is why it's 4 and 4 on the capsule dosage. And it's even more, it's 4 times a day if you want to really like
super lean.
Yeah.
But you're expensive.
But it works. So I feel like when you have a product that works, people will, you know what? Though it works.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree.
It does what it says. I know, but it's Amazon. I just shipped out today. I had to wait. It took 5 days to get it approved on Amazon. They thought that because it had the word burner in it, and I've talked about my Amazon troubles in the past on here with them. That it because it had the word burner, they thought it was a battery.
What?
Yeah, it's just computer stuff. Where like I had to wait for them to review it to realize, oh no, it's just a supplement. And but it took 5 days, and they finally got it done. So I finally got out inventory to Amazon, and sometime I'm hoping by Friday of this week, when the podcast is out, that it will be up on Amazon. But it might even be the following week. It all depends how quick they get it into their
Amazon. Do it.
Like they'll get it after 4 or 5 days,
right?
And it went out today, so even if they get it Wednesday, it might not be in the system until Monday. I don't know. It all just depends. But everything is on feedmemore.com. Still, we got some new combos on there as well. And I'm excited. I do want to say though that I've gotten some questions from people that are asking as far as taking the supplements together, like the Shell Shock Extreme Fat
Right.
Burner and the Wake Up Unlimited Energy. Can they take them together? Absolutely. I've designed all my supplements where they can be taken together.
They're like stacks then, right? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
but
called?
I didn't put a lot of caffeine in Shell Shock on purpose because usually you'd put a little more caffeine in a fat burner. I wanted to avoid that because my Wake Up Unlimited Energy has such a good amount of caffeine. You don't have to add a ridiculous amount to that. I tell people though that if you're taking the full scoop of Wake Up Unlimited Energy, just separate it by 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
Or take your Shell Shock at different times. If you're taking your Wake Up when you first wake up in the morning, wait a couple hours and then take your first serving of Shell Shock. But you can take it together still. It's not gonna. It won't.
It shouldn't unbalance and make you crazy.
You're just getting a little extra caffeine and a little extra ginseng and that. But everyone's different. So some people will be really love taking them together, and some people go, I might have to wait a couple hours. But there's nothing in them that are going to conflict with each other or anything of that nature. So. What else is going on, Phoenix?
Let's see.
Do you know what Bitcoins are? Are you
do, yeah.
Are you up to date? Because you're such a smart woman.
I know I am up to date.
What do you know about cryptocurrency?
I
fuck do you
know
know?
that right now the stock is not doing so good.
It had a great day today.
Oh, today? What was it all last week
It
and
just
last
went
month?
over $6,000 today, Bitcoin.
No.
Oh, somebody doesn't know their
Oh,
shit.
no.
Where
'cause
are you getting your news?
I'm getting my news from people who have stock in it. And have you ever heard of
I
Legends?
invest in it.
Okay, you know Legends Strip Club? Have you heard of it? The brand new one?
Is that Floyd's?
No. It's One Kick Nick's.
Okay.
He's another fighter.
Oh, okay.
But, he actually has all Bitcoin. Like, that's how you pay the girls. is
Oh,
in
really?
Bitcoin.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, you should go in there since you have Bitcoin. Be like, hey.
No, I don't want to spend it. I want to it's just
Stock it, yeah.
And there's some people that have. There was one guy I was reading, my buddy JD with Iron Attitude, who does my weight belts.
Mm-hmm.
He is who we bounce ideas off of all the time, all week on Vox here. But he was the one that kind of started putting that in my ear because I don't watch the news too often or anything, and I was just like, I just got a book on Bitcoin actually to read more, but I've been reading different articles on it and whatnot. But there was one guy, and there's people that invested early on it that have made millions. Like this one guy made $250 million and went and bought a jet, and like
Wow.
There's some huge success stories, but it's like anything else. It's still in the early stages. I really truly believe after the information gathered on it that this is the future.
Yeah, because you can put a serial number on your body. It's basically that whole devil thing. Like, we'll have serial numbers on our wrists, and you just scan
the
it.
technology is advancing, but it's in the early stages still.
Right.
Like in the blockchain is where it's really the blockchain technology is where it's at. But these different coins, it's like Bitcoin is the big one right now, and Ether is another.
I think that's one that's down then.
That one might be down.
Okay,
there's that, and then there's Litecoin or Litcoin. There's three like ones that are the most recognizable. Then there's a bunch of other ones, but it's like it's almost like cell phone technology. Like there's going to be a cooler coin,
Right.
like that's going to have like it's weird. I don't know. It's just in the early stages. I was like, it's not worth ignoring. It's not worth putting everything into.
Right.
But you have to acknowledge it because
It's a currency.
yeah. It's
It's like
used as a
gold,
real
silver,
currency.
blah, blah, blah. It's all currency.
Even though, and like I'm like you're reading about it, and it's like they're talking about mining. People that you see these machines and how much power they use, and you're like, wait, mining? They're mining for coins, but what are they? And it's like math algorithms, and
Yeah.
but it's not really mining. But there's 21 million Bitcoins, I think, that and it's. I got to read this book, and I'm just trying to gather more information on it. But I was like, it's crazy that we're living in this period, seeing technology is taking over, like at an all-time
Hi. No, yeah.
on everything. And so I was curious if you were familiar with that or not.
Oh, yeah, no. I learned about it. The owner of Naughty America is really big on Bitcoin.
Did you pay all the actresses with Bitcoin?
No, I will not take his Bitcoin.
I would get cash first, Phoenix, just to be safe.
Definitely.
You guys are getting paid when it's down and just...
Well, he has an idea about, like, exchanging Bitcoin because girls do so much, what's what I want to use? Like, selling panties and shirts and you name it online. and then Skype shows, etc. So he's like, what if I give you guys your own coins? Like, I have Phoenix Marie coins, and I spent $1,000 on them, on that coin amount. But I want to buy something from Sarah J. And Sarah J's selling a shirt for $10. Well, we're going to charge him $15. We're going to give you $5 because he used Phoenix Marie coins.
Yeah.
And then I make a percentage. And I'm like, well, that's not a bad idea. But it's like in the early stages, like you said,
That's
so
the thing.
new.
It's so new that they're only gonna perfect this as it goes along and whatnot. But it's really interesting. And I'm just trying to learn more and more about it whenever anything comes up like this, because I love the stock market. I try to be balanced in a little bit of everything, but like in the stock market, and it's, again, I was fortunate enough to have the job that I've had over the years, and early on I started learning about it and reading about it, and I don't know everything by a long shot, and there's so many different ways to invest and stuff, but like I have a good understanding of the basics and whatnot, and things that I learned early on from different people and different books that I try to be involved in enough sectors, because initially when I got into the stock market, I have like my retirement and all the other things.
Right, you're traditional in a Roth IRA, basically.
Yeah, and like where that's not nearly as a risky approach.
Right.
Whereas, I learned for me early on that the stock market, you just can't be attached to the money. That whatever money you put in there,
Imagine it's gone.
Yeah. Because the market goes up and down all day long. And so that was how I went into it. And it was never money I needed. Right. And it's just, I've been fortunate enough over time to be able to put enough in there where it can do damage. And they say there's different things on what people say, but I feel like if you have at least $10,000 in one stock, you could start doing damage. And that number might be different for everybody, but it's better than that on a lot of things over the years. But that's the number I've heard 5 to 10,000 is where you want per stock to be able to do, where the movement's going to be able to do a little damage, where you can see, but you have to be okay with watching the money go away.
And that's the worst part.
And I've had people where and I try to tell them, like, look, you need to learn about this, but it's okay to get into it before you learn about it.
Start with $500.
Yeah.
And kind of see where you're at.
But you have to because you have to get through that nerve-wracking experience of watching your money go up and down, because the first instinct when you see it go up, I'm going
to take all this money and profit.
Oh, I made $500 right now. I want to take this out. And that's cool. You can, and that's okay. But with patience, that might go up to $2,000. Or it might go back down to not anything. Or you might turn around and lose $500. But as long as you don't sell, you don't lose.
Right.
But if you're attached to that money and you have money in there you need, then all of a sudden that's going to persuade your judgment on where if you throw $25,000 in the stock and it goes down $10,000, you're going to be, and as you're watching it go down, you're going to be like, I got to stop this. If you didn't put a stop loss on it, you're going to want to pull that fucking money out. But so you have to just get over that fear. And just for me, it was just putting money in enough different sectors where even though some sectors might be down, other ones are up. So constantly making money, and it's fun. And it was. Do
you do any medical stuff?
Yeah, I was Johnson & Johnson.
Nice.
I've been, because I always believe too, and this is, again, I'm not an expert in any of this, but just stocks that you actually, products you use or brands you like, or being familiar with who's running the company, or just doing your research a little bit on it and stuff. But I remember one of the things I was told, invest in brands you like and that other people like, and that's not an end all be all to it, but it's just one of the things I keep in my head at all times. And I kind of just have a list of different stocks I go in and out of, and it's cool. It's just because you're constantly learning about it. But I've known people that have lost everything. But that's when you start playing games in the market and start.
It's I want to be all aggressive. No.
But it's gambling essentially when you start playing the games. But if you just do basic investing, and it's
long term.
Yeah, and that's the best piece of advice. Yeah. And then when you have great days, it's okay to cash out on great days. Mm-hmm. But having a list of stocks where, okay, now they're down, I want to get back in when they're down, and then I'll come back in when this one goes back down a little bit. So I knew they're going to. And it's just kind of learning on the job. But I have to tell people, because I've seen people that have got in it, and their money goes down $200 and they pull everything out. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh.
They freak out. They can't. And that's I think that's the hardest part for a lot of people is watching the money fluctuate. So, but yeah, that's why cryptocurrency is just another form of investing right now. And it's, we'll definitely not put everything into it, but it's not worth ignoring either.
I agree.
There's definitely enough people are now doing it. It's caught on to where it's real. It exists.
Oh yeah, it's a coin.
Whether
it's
it's
a
made up,
currency.
it exists. It's being paid for purchases
And I do like the fact that you're like mining for things that aren't there. It's all math. Like, wait, I don't understand. Like, how do you get more coins?
But like it's essentially though they've set for Bitcoin is 21 million Bitcoins. That's all that exists. Mm-hmm. But they make people mine for those coins to come out, which again it's confusing. Even I've heard people that know about it like not know about it. Like so like wait a minute.
You're like let me hear what you have to say. Yeah, you don't know shit. Okay, good.
It's like so to me it's just reading things over and over and over again, and hopefully I'll pick up a little more, feel a little better, and just kind of keep going from that. But you're a big flyer, right?
Yes.
I was going to ask you this because I forgot to ask you last week. Are you familiar with Clear at the airports? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have that.
I do too. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it?
they scan your retinas and you put your finger on there and you're set.
I highly recommend everyone who flies if you have a decent travel schedule, check out Clear at the airport. And they're popping up in more and more airports.
I know they need to be in all the airports. It's better than TSA.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, you
have to go through TSA, but it's better than pre-check.
Yes,
I feel like because you go to Clear, you scan your fingers or your eyes after you're in the system. Takes maybe 10 minutes to sign up, 15.
Yeah.
If you then they have I think they're going to be in New York at JFK or LaGuardia. I think they're already there. But I signed up maybe a year and a half ago, and they have saved me. There have been times I've got to the airport and the lines, especially Vegas. It used to not be like this.
It's huge now. It sucks.
It's just unbearable at times. I've seen where there's just TSA agents just standing around.
Did you want to hit them? I'm sorry, guys. I love you all. I'm sorry to say this, but I want to hit you.
I've done this before where I've called the airport. They had one gate open one time, and I was this is before I got Clear. This is what triggered me to get Clear. Mm-hmm. And the line was at the D gates and just abnormally long, way where it was. You just look at it and you're like, "There's no way
I'm gonna make my flight."
Like, you could have been there 2 hours early. You're not getting through this thing. And I look and there's only one gate open, and they have all the other gates shut down. The airport is just slammed, and I'm in this line and I watch. There were 12 TSA people just standing there. They hadn't gotten the go ahead to open up the other gates and not doing anything. And so I was just like, well, just call the airport and ask. Called. Got a hold of whoever and all right, we'll get this taken care of. And within 10 minutes, they opened up like 3 or 4 of the.
Oh, really?
Things. Yeah. But I was like, I had to call to like, what were these people? Like, it was just a weird incident that happened. And ever from that point on, I was like, I can't chance this anymore. And I just signed up for Clear, and it has saved me time and time again from when I've shown up and seen that like similar situations. So
it was the best thing I ever did. I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah, it's. I highly recommend it to everybody out there. But on the only other real thing else I got going on is a little guy. I told you I got to get him neutered.
Oh.
I love how you're sad on that.
Damn, you leave his balls alone.
No, I got to wait. He's almost 6 months old. So once I just called the vet, and I got to give him 10 to 14 days to be in the cone. So I think I'm going to do it at the beginning of December when I get back from India, and because I go out there the end of November for a December 2nd show. And then I think I'm off till the 16th. So then I'll be in Miami, which I can't wait for another pro wrestling match. But
yeah, who you wrestling? What's her name?
I don't know on that one.
Okay. Well,
why?
I expect pictures.
What is?
Wait, wrestling girls. Hello, Miami. Hi.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I completely.
Wow, Ryan.
I was talking about pro wrestling, Phoenix, not me on the beach.
Damn.
Getting my Speedos out there, just pro wrestling matches on the beach. But that's it for the week in recap. And we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back after this. Zevia is my favorite soda. It's the only soda I'll drink. You've heard me discuss it here on my podcast before, but this truly is a product I stand behind. Look, we've come a long way since soda used to be, back when it was made with artificial colors, nasty artificial and unpronounceable ingredients, and tons of calories and sugar that will slowly over time kill you. Now, there's a clean, amazing option for soda lovers that is absolutely free of chemicals, made with all natural ingredients, Zevia. With Zevia, you won't feel awful or stress about any potential harmful side effects of artificial sweeteners or sugar. Zevia sweetens their products with the all-natural sweetener stevia leaf extract, which has 0 calories and no impact on blood sugar levels. Plus, it's natural. Zevia has 14 flavors of soda, 4 flavors of sparkling water, and 4 energy drinks. You have loads of safer and delicious options to choose from. Zevia is offering you guys a chance to try it for yourself for free. If you're a US or Canadian resident, just go to Zevia.com/podcast and sign up. And that's it. They'll send you a coupon for a free 6-pack in the mail. Sorry, Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo! Head over to Zevia.com/podcast to sign up for your free 6-pack now. All right, and we're back. It's that time of the, what was I going to say? That point in the show.
There you go.
I don't know. I think the stem cell drugs are still in me. The slow guy this week. No, tips of the week, guys. Tips of the week. Yay. My match of the week. I saw this one yesterday, and I highly recommend all wrestlers to go out there and watch this. It was from WCW. It's on YouTube. It's Ricky Steamboat versus Scott Steiner when he was still probably tagging with his brother Rick.
Steiner Brothers, yeah.
And it's like probably maybe like a 9 or 10 minute match, but you could just see it's so different from what things are like today.
It was real wrestling then.
It's just different. It's just like it's just different. Like I enjoyed watching it, and they sold, and all the moves had meaning, and it's just two greats in the ring. Check that out. My book of the week, Nothing to Lose, Everything to Gain by Ryan Blair. I had read one of his books last week and liked it so much, I downloaded another one. And this one is Nothing to Lose, Everything to Gain. And I'm about a quarter of the way through and loving it so far. My quote of the week, a thief is a thief, whether he steals a diamond or a cucumber. Indian proverb. Nutrition tip of the week. When eating out, be careful with oil and vinegar dressing if you're consuming carbs with your dinner. Because a lot of people, they'll ask for their healthiest dressing, and if they don't have like a light balsamic or a light Italian or even a light ranch, they will offer you oil and vinegar.
Right.
And a lot of people will jump on that thinking that they're doing the healthy thing. Problem is I always stress don't mix your carbs and your fats. So oil is pure fat, whether it's olive oil or not.
Right.
And then they might be consuming a baked potato and some other carbs with their meal.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And so be careful of that, guys. It's always little things like this that I'm always conscious of. And if you're not fully aware on nutrition on things, sometimes you just assume, oh, that's the healthy thing I'm doing. Well, why is it healthy?
Balsamic and oil, so it's got to be pure.
Or oil and vinegar. And again, that is fine, especially if you're like on a low-carb diet or keto diet. That fits in perfectly. But if you're mixing your carbs with that, then now you're mixing carbs and fats. And again, that's your body stores body fat so easily doing that. So I tell people to always stay away from that, mixing your carbs and your fats. And that is the nutrition tip of the week. My workout fitness tip. Have you ever seen those foot massagers? Little rollers?
Yes.
I got one years ago, and I put it in my bag, on my little bag of workout stuff I'd bring on the road, like in my foam roller and all this stuff. It's a Trigger Point Nano Foot Roller Massager. That's the actual name of it. Trigger Point Nano, Nano Foot Roller Massager. And you can get them on Amazon. This one has like rollerblade wheels on it, and it's like the foam roller, like you know the ones that have like it's a texture, but it's the foam roller, and it's just on a little 2 rollerblade wheels, and it's just you put it on your foot and you roll back and forth with your weight, and it just like.
It's the best foot massage in the world. I've had it.
Yeah, and there's different ones. There's wooden ones, and but like this is the one I use, and I got it years ago, and I would get to my hotel room, especially because be standing all day or driving, and then you're just in shoes all day, and there's no better feeling than just getting to your hotel room or getting home and taking your shoes off.
Oh yeah.
It gets even better when you do a foot roller massager. And I
was using the lacrosse ball for a long time. I'm like, screw it, like get in there.
That same thing, that gets in even deeper because it's
so hard.
Less area on it. And this though is, I'm telling you, you could vary the pressure based on how much weight you put on it with your foot. We have so many nerve endings in our feet, and it is. I think they're only like $20, $25 on Amazon. I highly recommend everyone get one. It's great for stress relief too. It just after you do it, you'll know what I mean. So check that out. That is my workout tip of the week. All right, Phoenix. What do you say we want to do some reviews?
Okay.
Reviews of the week. I was going to do the phone call after.
Oh, phone call after.
Phone call after reviews.
Reviews.
We're going to do another phone call this week. Last week we called Brutus Van Hammer. I have a new friend. I forgot to block the number when we called that. We did not make that mistake. That's not a mistake, though, because it was meant to happen.
Because he's really nice.
He was awesome. I'm a fan of Brutus Van Hammer now.
And I believe I got to see a picture of us with him. So look at that. Oh. So Conversations with the Big Guy 2.0 by fucking Mark. I love that. It's Fu King and Mark.
Really?
Yes. And he left. Two intelligent, successful, hardworking people discuss life and work. One happens to be, sorry about this, a fake fighter, and one happens to be a porn star. This is fucking genius. I've been a fan of this podcast since day one. While some marks have sadly shown their true colors in recent weeks, I'm sticking with Conversations with the Big Guy because I believe in Ryback and the Feed Me More mantra. I've learned a lot from the Big Guy's tips on fitness, nutrition, and staying positive. As for Phoenix, I look forward to her tips on, well, I guess we shall see. If what is worth, I think they both do extremely well in each other's respective professions. Wishing Ryback and Phoenix nothing but success on the new show and adventure together.
Very, very nice.
I pick him.
Thank you. And again, there's always, whenever with people, there's a million different podcasts out there, and you don't have to listen if you don't like it. So, and the fact that if people want to leave bad reviews, you're more than welcome to do that.
Right.
It's like, I hope you find a show that you do like and that you can leave a good review for, and be better human beings in the long run, and not be so upset, especially when it's like,
change happens in life.
Yeah, change. Everyone gets so upset over change. Like, change is awesome. Change is great. Like, it's exciting.
You're growing.
Yeah, and this show has always been Conversation with the Big Guy, and it's, now I have a new person doing the show with me.
Conversation with the Big Guy and a girl.
Yeah, Conversation with the Big Guy and the big girl.
Wow, I got to be a big girl. Damn.
You are the big girl in your line of work, though.
Yeah, it's true.
You are, though.
Actually, I didn't think
that's
about
pretty
this.
funny. Actually, that's the new name, which we might have to do with this RSS feed situation. Jesus.
All
right,
I hope that fixes. Yeah,
what's the next one? Give me another review.
How about I give you a bad review, just so you can hear what they like to say. It's up to you.
Go ahead, Phoenix. I'm gonna
go with this one because I laughed really hard on this.
I've always said, but people that, and again, you're allowed to not like things.
Right.
But in general, this is social media. People that post on message board forums or on social media repetitively, things are not going well in their life. And they get upset with me when I say that. But it's the truth. You will never see a highly successful, intelligent person doing what some of these people do.
And he said,
go on.
Laugh Out Loud was the title. If you like immature, washed-up meatheads with no personality who talk about how many burpees they do every day, then this is a podcast for you.
Aww.
The ex-co-host was way more interesting. There are plenty of wrestling podcasts out there that are way better.
This isn't necessarily a wrestling podcast.
It's Conversation with the Big Guy. Thank you.
Dumb fuck.
And that's all I'm going to read, because that's it. Because I already picked that other guy, so that's it.
Yeah. Pick him as our winner.
Okay.
I just look forward to him emailing
fucking Mark, you were the winner.
Go
You
ahead.
need to go ahead and email Ryback.
Okay, I'll do that, Phoenix.
Oh,
You're
damn,
gonna
okay.
Botch that, too. Jesus.
I'll be like Ryback, and I'll give you my email
Yeah,
instead.
give him-
Phoenix
yeah.
Marie XXX at yahoo.com.
Go ahead and email the big guy at, what's his name?
fucking mark.
That was the one with the bad that left the bad
No,
review?
then he left the good review.
No, I'm picking the bad one.
No, you were not.
Yeah.
You're so mean, really?
No, how's that mean? I'm picking a guy that bashed my show.
Okay, fine. That is Georgia Dog 10.
Georgia, he doesn't have a real name?
No.
Georgia Dog. Yo, Georgia Dog. Yo, 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 yo. Hit me up at the big guy at feedmemo, MORE.com, yo. And we'll get this all hashed out. You know what I'm saying?
Squad.
Yeah, squad, whatever the fuck you guys say. Cool.
Groovy, man. No.
Yeah, see, sometimes you just got to go one fucking mark at a time is what the good review, I greatly appreciate it. We're going against the grain tonight and choosing somebody we wouldn't normally pick, but I want to help this guy because he's obviously not in a good place, and I got to be the bigger, better man. I got to learn as I go along, and I can't always retaliate fire with fire. You just got to,
Sometimes
what?
you got to kiss him.
This guy, Jesus Christ, Phoenix. You and just everything.
Happiness, happy kiss.
No, that's. I'm not arguing with. I'm not, but I don't think that's necessarily the answer to this.
Why
solution.
Georgia Dog might like it.
Maybe he'd like you kissing him. I don't know. Maybe he would like me kissing him. Maybe that's he's just so goddamn angry. Oh, I love Ryback, but he will never have me. Fuck him.
We're saying about everyone, not really you, Georgia Dog. Don't worry. We're going to give you supplements. You're fine.
Yeah, email me, buddy. We'll go ahead and get that taken care of. All right, guys. Last week we did a call with the Amazon reviews. I'm very appreciative of you guys helping me out on all that. And chosen to do a call every week on this show. We're going to do one call this week. I only have one number programmed in here ready to go. Star 6-7 out. And I believe this is Kevin. I hope it's Kevin. I'm going off of memory here. So we will see. We're going to do a live call.
Hello?
Hello, is this Kevin?
It is.
Kevin, this is the Ryback. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great. I just decided we're doing conversation with the big guy right now. We're doing a call every week, and you were this week the person I chose. And I just wanted to call and say thank you for your kind words on the review and supporting Feed Me More Nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Feed Me More Nutrition. Love the podcast. Everything's going great.
How do you feel now with new co-host Phoenix Marie? Because there's been a few bad reviews and only a few, but mostly positive feedback. What are your thoughts on the new co-host?
I like Phoenix. I mean, I've always missed Pat Buck just because of what he contributed to the show.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give Phoenix a try. She's been good so far. The first two have been going well, so.
She's a very nice human being, and she has a lot going on, and she's very intelligent. So
Absolutely.
She saved the day by coming onto this podcast on very short notice too. So she was very professional. So that's what I like most about her. But I just wanted to say thank you again, and we appreciate you listening to the show and continuing to listen to the show.
Absolutely. Big guy, I got you on the horn. Can I ask you a few questions?
I got a question.
Oh, you got questions for me?
Go.
I do.
This is what we like about these live calls. Is last week I didn't know I was going to get Brutus Van Hammer, and I got the full Brutus. So go ahead and start with your first question.
All right, my first question is, so I purchased the pre-workout, which I absolutely love. It's literally the best pre-workout I've ever had in my life.
Thank you.
So I want to purchase the fat burner, so I have a couple questions on it.
Okay.
When is like the best time to take it? And then
I'll answer that one first for you. So on the directions we have, it's 4 capsules twice a day, and usually it depends. It's not a high stimulant fat burner, so the caffeine content is very low in it. So you could take it a little later in the day. It's not going to keep you up like other fat burners, because a lot of the fat burning ingredients are not stimulating ingredients as far as jacking up your heart rate or anything like that. But I usually recommend to people, depending on when you take your Wake Up Unlimited Energy, that if I say when you wake up in the morning and then mid-afternoon is usually for the 2 servings ideal. But again, like for the extreme fat burning, we have 4 capsules 4 times a day. And the stuff, when you take it at that dosage, works better than anything you've ever seen. And you just want to space that out every few hours on your dosages on that. There's even people, I have no problem consuming the different amounts of pills. So, and I even tell people if you do 8 and 8 twice a day, you're more than welcome to do that too. That was originally what the dosage was meant for, but it just ended up being so many capsules because of the amount of ingredients that we put in the formula. These are all formulas I created while under the WWE drug wellness policy, and because I was sick of the things on the market and was not happy with the different supplements that were out there, and I'm very passionate about this. So thank you for supporting it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're doing big things, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you got going next.
Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. What a nice guy.
He's so nice. I like him.
I like when you calling the people on the show, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I like hearing from good fans.
And the fact that, he's a legit buyer and somebody who appreciates the product. And
Absolutely. Those are live phone
great.
calls.
Yeah, there's no pre-planning.
I text him beforehand, calling you during the show. You better say nice things.
You know what?
me
I'm going to
more.
be honest. If you had called me, I don't answer my phone ever. So I'd be like, I don't know this number. I'm not answering
We're
it.
2 for 2 on phone calls.
Yeah. High five. High five.
High five. Stem cell
got it.
shoulder. Thank you.
I made you stretch it.
I actually just stretched for the first time today on my shoulders. I got to give it a few days. I haven't been able to work out all week.
How's that feel?
It sucks. I've done cardio. So that day I'm all drugged up. I don't do anything that day.
That's why I got the dick pic. Okay, good to know. Oh, wait. That
You never
wasn't
got this. What would you say? No, not wrong.
I'm just kidding.
Wrong,
Please calm
wrong
down,
big
people.
guy. Ha 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 ha.
There's a lot of
Somebody's going to really believe that, by the
I
way,
know.
which is the best
I
part.
really hope they don't, because it was such a joke.
You'll get at least 10 tweets on it. No, but I think let's go ahead and let's do some questions for this week, and we'll do some questions. And we're going to do some plugs after questions. I always like to get the plugs in.
Yes.
The plug skis.
Plug skis. By the way, we didn't do a song, and I wanted to do the song this week. You don't love me.
You want to do the song
I
this
want to
week?
do the song this week.
I'll let you do the song this week.
We'll do the questions first, right? Okay.
Go ahead. Felix.
I'm such a baby. You like that?
You're usually just a baby during the wrestling news where you go back to some weird
I'm like,
fucked up memory.
Yeah.
Fucked up thing in your head about watching
Like,
wrestling
let's
as a
go.
kid.
Okay, empty stomach workout with just protein shake and pre-workout and supplements versus full stomach workout. Any benefits on starving at the gym?
That's
from Kaiback, by the way.
It's not if you're consuming protein like with the protein powder. That's not empty stomach cardio or working out. That if you're doing just amino acids, branched chain amino acids, that can be considered
Fasted.
like fasted cardio or fasted working out. Everyone's different on that. There's different takes. I always like having a little something in me before I go and expend a lot of energy. But I'm doing different types of, if you're going strictly for fat burning, but amino acids are really good for holding on to muscle while you're kind of in that depleted state. So that's all right. It's not, and everyone has different results with that. And again, I always say if it affects your workout where you don't feel like you have enough energy and strength, you got to have something in you.
I never had an amino acid before. Like I got like free BC.
I'll give you some of my amino acids.
whoa. Okay.
I love how everything is sexual with
Oh,
you.
wait. I was like, how do you? Never mind. That'd be good.
But as far as, again, so it's one of those things that if you're consuming one of your meals before you go and work out and you're within your daily caloric intake, it shouldn't really matter that much in theory. But there's some people that swear by working out on an empty stomach and how they get leaner. And so you can't argue with that.
Because they saw results.
They're seeing results on it. So, but it's like you almost have to try both for a while and form your own conclusion.
But once you get lean, then you just stay lean. So
But you might also be losing more muscle.
True.
So again,
In bodies, you have to go get your in body done then.
it's just I just think you have to do both, and you have to kind of do it for a long enough period of time to.
I really need to get you into the office. Have you ever done an in body?
No.
Do you know
see
what it
your
is?
internal body fat is? Like
Yeah.
around your organs and everything.
Yeah, it like tells you like your visceral fat.
Goddamn fucking organs are as lean as possible, Phoenix.
Right? There's no.
Goddamn man. There's no fat around my organs. No, there is. There's probably, I would hope, enough to be healthy.
Oh my goodness, watch when you get cool sculpting. We're gonna do this.
When I do what?
You're cool sculpting. I'm
I
making you
thought
do it.
I thought you said a colonoscopy. What is it?
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy, yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever had one of those, by the way?
No, my colon's clean. We're good.
Really?
I mean, I've had like a spectrum in me, but that was for work.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a colon spectrum. But anyway, next question.
questions.
I love this. It's so cute. How long do you see this is from TK Moss. How long do you see yourself being on the keto diet?
I'm very happy with the keto diet and just doing my carb days. I used to do primarily a carb diet almost nonstop where I would keep my fats down and higher carbohydrates. And I really, really like that diet. But this past year and a half when leaving WWE and my workouts, I work out as hard as ever, but I can't lift as heavy as I used to while I'm getting all these stem cell procedures done. Mm-hmm. So I've lost probably, I would say, 12 to 15 pounds of muscle. Whoa. Overall, my whole body, which when you go overall is just kind of a little here, a little there.
Right.
But I could tell a little difference.
Men always can tell.
Yeah.
Especially if you lift.
Well, especially I'm used to being 290, 295, and I'm now 270, 275. It's a big difference.
That's like 100 pounds more than me.
Okay.
You're 100 pounds more.
I'm a man, Phoenix. I should be 100 pounds. What do you?
I'm going to have to bulk up. I'm going to go on my bulk session now.
No, we don't want you bulking up. That would be funny. You just go completely
bodybuilder,
get out of shape,
bitch.
but you just tell people you're bulking and but you're just getting fat.
No.
No one's allowed to tell you that now because it's 2017.
I know,
you're
right?
Fat shaming. Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, the keto diet.
Yeah. I look forward to being on that for quite some time. Honestly,
I look forward to trying it. Not.
you like your sugars too much. It's no, I'm very happy with it. It's once you're on it and you get past that initial shock of your body of learning to burn body fats for fuel. It is you can get leaner on the keto diet than any other diet. I feel like so, but I just wish I was able to train as heavy because I like the way that I look right now. I'm very lean at the weight that I'm at. I just wish that I could train as heavy as I was used to. And again, I could go back to doing that, but it's not going to help my shoulder any. Mm-mm. So this last year and a half has been all business for me and getting life. Because I think a lot of wrestlers, I love wrestling and I always want to be involved in wrestling, but it's one of those, you got to learn from past wrestlers' mistakes and you can't just solely be invested in wrestling. You got to invest in other things and this is my time, to invest in other things and get my life together from a health standpoint. I'd done a couple moves I shouldn't have done in my WWE career that fucked my body up really bad. I didn't know it was going to fuck me up. It did happen when I left. It was one of those things. You got to deal with it. I'm in a good position now. I've dealt with it. We've talked about it on this. I've never fully gone into detail on how serious it was, but I'm good now. And I needed to take this time to just get right. And the keto diet has helped me stay lean while not being able to train as heavy. So I foresee myself doing this for some time.
Next one. I like this one because it's the both of us. It's always about
I like it when they incorporate all of us into the show.
Yes.
We're going to have to bring a guest on sometime.
I actually would love that. I think it'd be awesome.
You've pitched your first guest. I thought it was too much right off the bat.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of people first of all, you have friends too we can bring on here. When's Zinger in town?
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
Did
Ziggler.
you just fuck up my friend's name? You know Zack Ryder's obsessed with you. My buddy was asking, just sent me a text and was asking, he goes, do you think since Zach quit listening to the show, he listens now that Phoenix is back on? And I got to text him back, but absolutely, I think he does.
I'm just messing around. I obviously know it's Dolph, but whatever. To both of you, considering
you like all of his stuff I saw on Instagram. So
oh, are you hating over there?
No, I like it. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Nice.
He's one of the greatest human beings. I loved Dolph and his brother Ryan Nemeth, Dolph's little brother. Two of my favorite people in the world.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cute.
I don't have a lot of friends, by the way. I know a lot of people.
Right.
But I only talk to a handful of people.
I should have went to Hooters. Anyway, to both of you, considering you both have physical job, what is it like?
Jobs.
Yes. We're going to discuss that in a minute. What's it like when you have to work with someone you don't like or hate?
That's so again in pro wrestling, it's never an issue because we're all professionals. It's not an issue.
Do you have to wrestle people you hate?
Well, if you're there was
you actually hate in real life.
I don't know that I actually really hate anybody. Actually truly hate somebody. You know what I mean?
Then invest time to hate somebody.
But I'm saying I've been angry with people and been unhappy with them. But to say that I hate their existence or something like that, I don't think that exists for me. with my state of mind on that. But I've had people I don't agree with, and I haven't been happy with over certain situations, and I've talked about that. But it's never influenced.
You doing your job.
Yeah, because it's fake.
Do you ever want to accidentally really fucking hit them like hard?
No, but because it's acting. Because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. Because you're trusting. No, but you're trusting your body. So wrestling is you're trusting your body in another human being's hands.
Right.
You don't cross that line. It's just not. It doesn't. It's because if you're a real man, you do it at another time.
Right.
If you want to go to that point, you know what I mean. So you
No,
don't,
I get it.
So that to me is never. It's just not an issue. That should be every pro wrestler should be smart enough to realize that because that's not being a man. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. For me, I've never had to do a scene with somebody I didn't like because I get to pick who I fuck. So, and I have.
Was that always the case or no?
Pretty much. Right from go, I learned. Tori Lane told me that.
I love how you get advice from others.
It was.
Vets.
Oh, she's like.
It's
boss.
amazing how similar all the professions are.
Let's be honest. Do you know what the name Tori Lane?
No, never even.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's like OG. Like, she scares the shit out of me. That's saying a lot.
She have like tattoos all on her face and shit.
No, she just now she has it down her back, but that was to cover her ex-husband's name.
Jesus Christ. What are your thoughts on tattooing people's names on your body?
Bad idea.
Yeah. Do you think it's ever worked out for anybody yet?
I'm sure there has to be someone. That's why it started.
But they
to
probably
trend.
got killed early. And I'm not like I'm talking.
He died
like,
in a plane crash, so we were together.
No, but
still.
I don't like dying from. Do you think there's someone that died from natural causes, like late in life, where that tattoo paid off? I don't know either.
I don't know anyone, to be honest, with somebody's.
I feel like they've all like
ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a victim of like a gang crime or something. I don't know. Just saying.
I personally, I don't think I'll ever put somebody's name on me. So yeah.
What a fucked up thing to say to somebody to do. Like,
I want you to put my
Yeah.
name on you, brand you.
yeah, you're gonna.
It's like,
I want. What do you? I want you to put my name on you.
I don't think
I
he
want
listens
everyone
the
to know that you're my
podcast.
property.
So no, we used to have this male talent. Well, he's not used to. He's still male.
You
talent.
call your talents male talent too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have like locker rooms, male and female talent?
Well, normally we share
With
the
like
same
a
one.
boy lifting a weight and a guy and a female lifting a weight.
and then me lifting a weight.
That's like that's a legit thing in the locker rooms.
Really?
For WWE.
Oh,
male
no.
talent, female talent, and then it's usually the smallest locker room.
We definitely call each other that, but he used to actually, every girl he dated, he made them put his name on their body. And I mean, these are like porn actresses, like,
Oh man.
and most of them were so like sprung on him, like they put his name like over their pussy, over on the back of their neck, on their hand, on their wrist.
Very serious commitment.
And like all of them have gotten it covered up since.
Do you have tattoos?
I have the two little Chinese symbols on my hip.
What are the meaning of those? For you?
Pride and loyalty.
Okay.
So I'm too prideful to ask for help when I need it, but it's good to have a little pride in yourself. And I'm loyal like a puppy dog, and sometimes to people who don't deserve it.
Okay. I like that. That's good. I have no tattoos. I've never.
It's because you're bitch made. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I love them. I think they're cool, but I think they're just too. It's easy.
Permanent.
Yeah, and it's just too easy to get addicted to. I think it has meaning for different people. For me, I don't.
So because I'm at the doctor's office, they were like, "Oh, if you want to ever get rid of your tattoos, let us know." And I was like, "That's kind of like a trademark now." After 10 years, like I know people that are like, "Oh, I saw the tattoo, I knew it was you," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
damn, I forgot I have those."
You're branded.
Yeah, truly, and I'm like, "Fuck," because I
When
kind
you
of want to get rid
retire,
of
you
them.
could think about getting them. That's your way of
Next month.
When they go, are you feeling? No, I'm not. And then you look, I don't have the tattoos.
Right, and they're gonna like, "I see the scar from the burns, you lying bitch." But I will say I've gotten into an altercation before, live
Get out of here.
on a
You got
browser
into-
shoot.
That's pretty.
Oh, it was
trash.
live. I didn't do it. I didn't start it.
Oh, that's bad. That's even worse when you don't start it, but you gotta like.
I finished it, and it was like
Finish it.
and it was on it. Okay,
catchphrase.
so you ready for this?
Yeah.
You'd love this actually, because it was in a wrestling ring. We had this whole thing where it was a Browsers Live 5. Me and Bridget B are friends. We're totally cool. We were both just in a bad place, and it involved the guy with the fucking tattooing shit.
Oh wow! I like how it's all come full circle.
Right, full circle.
Full square
You like how
circle.
my little square circle? Ooh, put it in the box, no? So we come out and like we both knew we didn't like each other for whatever reason, hostility and people talking shit.
Yeah.
She is a Latina female, gorgeous,
Ooh.
big,
Those Latinas are.
5'9" as well. Well, 5'8", like
Ooh.
big ass titties,
Big bitch.
awesome chick. We paired well, so that's where they're like, oh yeah, Shyla Styles is in the ring.
Okay.
Trina Michaels, who actually works.
Why is there a ring? What is the scene?
Because
Are you
it
setting
was
this
like
up for
a
us?
fuck off. Okay, so it's a fuck off. I was the surprise guest.
Okay.
There's 5 guys, 5 girls, and it's mainly so every girl had a guy, and then you fuck, and there was different challenges, like a deep throat challenge, then there's like a pussy challenge, then there's an anal and a DP, blah blah blah. So.
Sounds challenging.
It's so challenging, not average day. Anyway, so I was the last person to come out, and one of the girls got sick. So
You were the main event then.
Yeah, because I was a surprise guest.
Yeah, did you have theme music for this or no?
We did, and then they give us like bringing to the ring, coming in at 5'9" from Golden Valley, Arizona, which is a lie, but whatever.
What was your theme music? That's all I care about.
We didn't get to pick. It was like Browser's theme music. Yeah,
that's bullshit.
You
You
can't
guys
use
should-
licensed stuff.
There's a bunch of generic stuff. WWE's found it for years.
Yeah, see, they should have, because I'd have been like,
Yeah, the NWO music.
Yeah.
That's the porno song. That's what I pictured you coming out to. Go ahead. I got there, so we're good.
So I get out there, and she's already like talked shit during the pre-interviews, because remember I don't get a pre-interview, and I mean literally we're full
surprise
on.
main event entrant. Yeah.
Yeah. So she talks shit, and she's like, I fucking hate this bitch, and she meant everything she's saying, because again, we didn't like each other. At
Are
this
you
point.
Are you turning a work into a shoot here on us?
Pretty much. So I smiled. I'm like, I'm not even gonna go there. Whatever. I come out and
the promo though, you knew she was doing the promo before.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
I could tell that she was talking shit.
Wait, what if she was just a really good actress though?
Oh no.
Would have been a first.
It would have been a first. First time in porn where a good actress.
I'm kidding.
It's true.
Same
No,
could
no.
be said for wrestling.
Sometimes. No, you guys are pretty good at it. So.
Damn right we are.
Right. So I walk out, and she's like, jealousy's a bitch, and this bitch is jealous of me. Get this fucking redneck, white trash. Probably, what was it? Redneck, white trash.
Ghetto? Did she throw ghetto in there?
No, she didn't go ghetto.
Okay.
I'm so disappointed. Give me all my titles.
Just-
Right?
I
If you're
want them
gonna
all.
do
If
it.
you're gonna, go all the way.
And she goes, you probably didn't fucking pass kindergarten, bitch. And I said, well, I can read well enough
that's
to know
kind of
that.
a weakness.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, at least I'm smart enough to know that your tattoo's misspelled. So if you're going to do something, at least do it right. And then she swung on me. And she went full swing.
Wait, was there any fighting that was supposed to be in this?
No, this is full on. And everyone's like, did you guys fake
And
that?
is this film
This
available?
is filmed live, and it is available. Browser's Live 5.
You promote your shit. I feel like a lot of people are gonna go and buy this.
Yeah,
This
no,
is-
and I mean, it's in a ring, and it was 5 hours long. So we fucked and DP'd for 5 hours. But that's a whole nother
Wait,
thing.
so you fought her, then fucked her?
No. So this is what's
Okay,
great. So then
sorry for interrupting.
she swung on me. I block it because obviously, again, Muay Thai, I boxed, I did wrestling. Like, there was no bullshit
Yeah.
with me. And I went up through her hair, and like most girls, especially in porn, we have extensions, blah, blah, blah. So I felt like all of her extensions. Now, if I was hood and ghetto, I would
Yeah.
have ripped that shit out.
Did you throw a Muay Thai knee into her stomach?
So I didn't. You ready for this? There are 270,000 people viewing right now, live. Because
Yeah.
it was like one of the first streaming
Try to
things.
embarrass you. You got to keep that in the back of your mind. Now you got to.
But I'm realizing all these people are watching, and I'm like, I can't fucking start a fight.
She just swung on you. The fight has been started, Phoenix.
So instead, I grabbed up to her real hair at the top, and I slammed her straight to the mat. I put my forearm in her throat. I'm like, don't fuck with me. Now I'm wearing these big ass hooker heels, okay, and booty shorts.
Okay,
I look like a wrestling chick. Okay.
Yeah. But you're wearing high heels. That's not.
That's not.
Ideal
Well, they
to
were
fight
like
in.
boots, but yeah, they were definitely not good.
Did you
for
walk on her
fighting.
face?
No. So she went to kick me. I
Some
stomped her leg
wrestling,
down.
old time wrestlers would have loved that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And she starts talking shit, and then I'm like, "Bitch, don't fuck with me." And Trina Michaels actually wrestled for TNA Wrestling, and like she's like legit like a
Okay,
wrestling girl. Yeah. And
Jesus.
she was like pulls me off, and she's like, "Phoenix, no!" And like, "Don't do it." She rolls out of the ring like upset, crying, like "Fuck that bitch." That's why I dated her ex, and da 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 da. And I mean,
This is
like,
out of control. I wasn't expecting this elaborate of an answer. For
right?
This. Yeah.
Well, then as I'm doing the blowjob challenge, she comes.
So wait,
back. She left the ring. She's
you
like,
guys, you
"I'm
almost
done."
get in a fight, but the show must go on.
Right. Show's got to
Okay,
go on. This
okay.
is the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So then this is the whole professionalism. At this point, I kind of like, I got to get back in character. This isn't personal. Just go with
Turn
the
back
fucking
into
flow.
Phoenix.
Go back to Phoenix because Melissa's hood is shit.
Yeah.
There's no knives. We're good. Just be good. So I start blowing Kieran, and I can deep throat. And I'm all the way down his dick. His dick's like 10 and a half, 11 inches easy, but it's real thin. So I'm all the way down, lots of spit. She stands on the side of the ring and spits in my face while I'm blowing him. Big mistake. I dropped all the way down Kieran's dick, through the bottom of my throat, sucked up all the spit at the base of his dick, and just shot at her face. I'm like, this bitch has got to go, because it was a voting night.
Classy move, Phoenix.
Right? I was so mad, though. Like, I'm so good and so sweet.
I'm in shock for all the listeners out there. I'm wide-eyed with my mouth open listening to this.
Really is.
That I cannot believe this is being discussed right now.
Yeah.
I did not. I just thought you were like, yeah, no, but you have an answer. Like, this is okay.
Yeah. But then they ended up kicking her off, and then she got to be done, and then I had to stay, and like somebody was shooting.
You won.
I got second place. Shyla Styles won.
No, but I meant you.
I won that fight for sure.
You won she got kicked out.
Yeah,
so,
she got kicked out. Yeah.
But you came in second on the worked.
Because Shyla Styles is fucking amazing, and I was never going to win. But
that was planned. That was pre-planned?
Yeah, it is. They know who's
what a disappointment. I would have thought that was real.
Oh, well, the fight was real, that's for sure.
That's good for the people that tune into that.
Yeah.
Where can they find that at?
Browsers.com, the world's best porn site.
What is it? That was a very good plug.
Hey, you like that?
How would they find it? Do they
just go Browsers Live 5.
Phoenix Marie Hood fight?
Yeah, literally. I wonder what would come up on that. Shit, some back in the day.
We'll have to check that out.
Yes, go check it out. Anyways.
That was a hell of an answer.
Well, because we didn't have any more questions anyway, so we're good.
That's it for questions.
Yeah,
then.
isn't that disappointing?
It's all right. I put it up late today. It's all right.
I know.
We usually
we're
do
gonna
Thursdays.
Do this. Yeah.
It is okay. I think with that, we're going to go ahead. It's your turn for Song of the Week. We're going to throw a few plugs in here.
Okay.
And then we'll come back with some wrestling news. What were you feeling for the Song of the Week this week?
One of my girlfriends put it up, and I actually was like, I really like that song. Cold by Maroon 5.
Okay. Eddie, hit the music. All right, guys. P.O. Box for the big guy Ryback. P.O. Box 752740, Las Vegas, Nevada 89136. Thank you, guys. I get to your fan mail every week, and I appreciate the support from you guys. We have our Amazon merch for Feed Me More on there for all the Feed Me More nutrition and Feed Me More wrestling t-shirts. That's available on Amazon. If you type in Feed Me More on the search bar, there's also direct links going out on social media. Feed Me More Nutrition available on Amazon, feedmemore.com, and in Las Vegas at Spartan Nutrition in North Las Vegas, and Wise Chiropractic in South Las Vegas. I'm also at Ion Nutrition in Chicago. It's right outside Chicago. I apologize, I don't have the exact address, but if you're in the Chicago area, Ion Nutrition now carries Feed Me More Nutrition. I'll be making an appearance there November 4th for a meet and greet, a little product demo, and just saying hello to everyone that comes out that day. That is all up on Feed Me, my Facebook for Feed Me More Nutrition. Wake Up, It's Feeding Time, the motivational book by the big guy Ryback reads. Available on Amazon in paperback, Kindle, and Audible form. We have the Feed Me More Nutrition workout shorts and pants and tank tops up at feedmemore.com. Check out the new Feed Me More the Feed Me More goal boards on Amazon as well. Fuel Meals, my personal meal prep service. Save 10% with discount code The Big Guy. Holosync Meditation, the meditation program by Bill Harris I've used for many years. The link for that is at feedmemore.com. And the official Feed Me More Nutrition Facebook at Feed Me More Nutrition. Follow us on Twitter at CWTBG. And that is it for me this week. Anything you'd like to plug, Phoenix?
My OnlyFans / Phoenix Marie, and go to my Instagram, PHXMARIE, and you can always go on Twitter, PMerzel.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take one more break, and we'll be right back with some wrestling news, guys. I am the ultimate Ryback, and I'm here to tell you about Feed Me More Nutrition. It is the ultimate premium in sports nutrition. Wake up, unlimited energy. I take it non-stop, and I have all the unlimited energy from the gods above. My blood, my skin, the energy is pouring through my system. The big guy, all natural testosterone booster will be giving you erections to the heavens. And if you need protein-filled
muscles upon muscles. I'm so hungry. Premium grass-fed, prebiotic, enhanced whey protein. Isolate is what you need. Fat, burn body fat with Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, the most powerful fat burner on the market today. Feed me more nutrition. Save 10% with Podcast 10. Available on feedmemore.com and Amazon.
All right, we're back. It's that time for some wrestling news. We were just talking. We talk when we take breaks.
Right? Isn't that funny?
Which is funny. We just don't talk the whole time on the show. It's like we miss out on so much good stuff.
It's like, you guys missed out on what we were just saying. Damn, sorry.
But I can't say too much. I can't say anything, actually, as far as, but we were kind of talking about for some acting stuff. Mm-hmm. And I have a guy, Nick, who has been helping me since I left WWE, has not been my focus at all, as far as a lot of the times he'll send me stuff for reads, like, and I got a green screen upstairs, or sometimes they want just the white wall in the background, and but I got the everything to do all that.
Wait a second, do you do your reads shirtless?
No, I did it with
you totally should do your reads shirtless.
For this last one, I did it with Everybody Loves a Big Guy shirt. That shirt gets the best response from people. Just everyone laughs at that shirt, so I always think it's a good conversation starter. But no, I'm sure some parts you definitely have to, like, that would come in handy to do that. But this week, Nick, a lot of times what happens is he'll send me reads for things and they need to be done, and I'm not home, or I got shows on the weekend, and like with the wrestling, and they just never work out. But luckily, this last one, for a pretty significant deal, worked out.
Which is awesome.
I'm very thankful that he's been, the more I talk to him, it's because I'm very careful of who I let in. Like, as far as who you trust to manage. Yeah, and
anything.
It is. I enjoy talking to him. But he got it all put together, but I was telling you I had to do all the reads for that yesterday. It took a little time because I had to self-record it and everything, and because it was for different reasons that was how it had to be, and but I'm excited. But we were talking, and I was telling you. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. I can't put that over enough. But he was saying how he has so much fun doing his podcast. And I always say, like, this show is the most fun I have every week. Mm-hmm. And I was saying, I think it's because we just, no cell phones, no bullshit. You just get to have a conversation. And it's whether people love the show or don't like the show, or mixed reviews about the show. For me, I'm just having fun. And that to me is the best, because we get to, we're not, what's the word I'm looking for? Distracted by everything going on.
Yeah, the only time we look is for like reviews and then our Twitter feed for questions. But
to incorporate that part, but it's essentially just a real conversation, which is lacking in today's world.
Big time.
Joe actually mentioned on it, he highly encourages everybody to do a podcast, which there's a gazillion podcasts out there. Right. Not that you even have to put it out there on iTunes or anything like that, but to sit down and just put another person in front of you and talk and record it. Because it's fun, and act like you're doing a podcast. Because eventually you might have something really good, then you can do it.
Right.
Someone
you click with, and it's like sharing. Even though I think the whole time everyone wonders if we're just fucking and not telling them. I feel like that's a big thing. Like,
do you really think that's a thing?
Oh yeah, no, it's totally a thing. It's like those things of like, wow, they seem like they get along, and like my favorite comment is, I feel like I'm eavesdropping on two people's conversations.
What is that? What do they mean by that? Like,
meaning like
that we don't know we're being recorded. They're so goddamn dumb. They don't know they're recording.
No, in a good way. Don't be mean. I'll cut you.
I just took that in a mean way.
Don't take that in a mean way.
I love how you just threatened to fucking cut me. Get it.
Listen, I know where the knives are.
Yeah. They're right across from you.
And I guarantee you, I'm fast enough to get there with your.
So that's a compliment, then, I guess, that we are just naturally having a conversation that
people get to enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things a lot of podcasters like. Is they get to, there's a comfort level to this and it's pre-recorded, and even if it was live, it's still, we did a live show before, and
how'd that go?
It was good. Fun? Yeah, it was fun. It was in the heart of New York City, but it was
that'd be so cool.
I think New York City would be fine to live in without a car. Driving a car in New York City is just hell.
Oh no, yeah, no.
And
no.
I've only experienced that, so I can't say what the other experience is, but it's normally not as enjoyable for me because
Yeah.
I've always have bad experiences as far as the driving.
Well, and parking, it's like $20 here, $20 there, $20 here. Like,
Or they know that there's a convention in town and they charge you like
45
$80
bucks, 80,
or
yeah.
whatever they want.
right.
You know, hey, you ride back? Yeah, $80. Okay.
You motherfucker.
Can I get a picture? Yeah, you can take away the $80.
That's a good call. I would totally do
Yeah,
that.
you 100% should. It's why not?
It's like, listen, especially with everyone charging at the
Everyone wants
casinos.
to take. We can both give and we can both benefit from it.
Did you get it for free?
Nope, but I took a picture with him because I'm a nice guy.
Oh, I see. You're so
And there were
nice.
two of them, so. All right, wrestling news.
Beep-a-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee.
Oh, I've had fans. People, like, there's probably, I've had, when fans are assholes, I have no problem,
Checking them.
especially when they're adults, fucking putting them in their place.
Are they really like an adult being an asshole?
Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times in people where they will, especially airport situations tend to be the worst because you got eBay collectors there and they show up early in the morning. And you're always grateful you have fans that are there
Right.
waiting for you to see you. But it sucks because the bad ones ruin it for the good ones.
Yep.
As far as, and they have all their trading cards that they're just trying to make money on to go sell. And they bring their kids there as bait to bring up to you sometimes. This is a real thing. And
no,
every
I know.
wrestler knows. And some people are like, how dare you? No, it's a real thing. And it's just, you look at it and you just feel so bad that these kids should be sleeping. And that's the primary.
At 5 a.m., they want to make sure that they
4,
catch
3
right
a.m.
back.
Yeah. And it just, it sucks. But you'll have, like, I always, when I was tired or if I thought they were an eBay collector, no thank you. That was always no thank you. And I can't tell you how many times you're met back with fuck you right off the bat.
Wow.
Like, so what do you expect? You have another human being and when you just try to be polite and say no thank you. And that you know why they're angry is because they're losing money.
Right.
And so they get angry and say, fuck you. So fuck you right back. And everyone should do that to them because you give what you get, you know?
I used to sign 8x10s and stuff like that. Like, guys would come with big old folders full, and I'm like, oh, like you said.
I used to do it when I first got up there. I think every wrestler does, and it really.
And then you find out they're selling them for
everyone
$20
finds
a
out at
pop.
different points, and that's
And it hurts.
Yeah. That's why usually when new guys go up and they're like, oh, they're so nice, and they think, oh, well, they made it, they're not nice anymore. No, they just realize you're pieces of shit.
Or when they're like, oh, I'll pay you $100 to sign these 20 photos. I'm like, well, how much are you selling these for?
Yeah, and honestly, that's a very fair question to ask.
Yeah.
Because if you get a number, then you can make a decision on what you're going to charge for that then.
Yeah, and not only that, but I'm like, I would rather somebody contact me personally and let me make it a personal thing. Like, I write novels on my shit. So.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those, and it probably is in every profession and industry, and it's just
It's not nice.
it's
Don't
the
be
bad
mean.
part. No, there's great fans and everything, and then there's ones like that.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that people like Sasha Banks recently, WWE female performer, had made comments, and like I've had it happen. The girls probably get it way worse with the guys as far as like where they find out like a lot of the times you do hot wire for hotels and stuff on the road.
Yeah.
Or if you're WWE, you stay at the TV hotel. Like a lot of fans will call in and know what the TV hotels are ahead of time. But like they find out airport information and they shouldn't be able to find it out. But again, they could be hanging out there all day, so you don't know. But when they're at your hotel, it's a little concerning.
Yeah,
because
it's supposed to be your place to decompress and be
Yeah.
you.
And she made comments about that on the Sam Roberts show. Hell of a guy, by the way, Sam Roberts. And where it was, and they were kind of like, it was making light of it, but it's a very serious thing that I think a lot of people, that they don't really fully think about, that if you got to think, if you hotwire a hotel, like, and the person behind the desk recognizes your name and then tells their wrestling buddies, and they come there and they're waiting for you when nobody should know where your hotel is.
Right.
That's a little bit like concerning.
And these are females,
Yeah,
bottom line.
Yeah, and females always have to have their guard up at all times.
yeah.
That's why, like, when she got a lot of shit by people for the comments she made about, like, how it was disrespectful. And especially in the eBay collectors, there's no question. She's 100% right. In the hotel thing, she's 100% right.
Don't be mean to females. Like,
No, but like, it's not even being mean, but it's like, just think if you were a regular person and somebody found out your information and showed up at a hotel.
I'd be creeped out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But because they think they know you because they see you on TV, they think they have the right to find out your information. It's not
still
and
creepy.
It's one thing if and kids are always a different situation. If for whatever reason, and it's a brother working at the front desk, and he knows his little daughter or his
brother,
daughter or his
whatever,
brother's daughter, or he has a sister and she's young, is a huge Sasha Banks fan, and he's like, man, she would really like to meet her, and maybe the right thing would be to ask her when she checks in.
Right.
Is it all right if they come down and I maybe buzz your room and just a quick
That's
5 minutes?
a sweet
that
thing.
at least you make an honest attempt at it, and
Right.
but even that, like if he told them that information, even as wrong as that is, that it's a little different because it's a kid.
Right.
But when it's a grown adult, just a grown adult,
I pull out my knife.
it's creepy.
I pull out my knife.
And then they sit in the lobby and wait for you. I've had it happen for me.
too.
And the girls are a million times worse. And it's just so. But she got a lot of shit I saw for that. I was like, they
I'm
don't
gonna
understand.
comment on that. That's not
It's
cool.
not knocking fans being at the airport. That nobody's ever upset at that. It's eBay people for that. That's the fucking knock on that. And then people finding out your hotel information. It's just invasion of privacy, and people need to be respectful of that shit. So
There's levels.
yeah. All right, wrestling news. I wanted to get that out.
Yes, I agree with everything you just said. Ace's cheap plugs. Dun, 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 dun.
Baby
you
voice.
can find Ace on criticalblast.com. Last week we featured Netflix new series Raising Dion, about a single mother who discovers her 7-year-old son has superpowers. Yay! You can follow Ace on Twitter at SKITCHNM or on Facebook at same actual email. I don't know what. Look, he said it. He
Did
goes,
Ace botch?
Ace, man, what up? It's okay. We found out a whole bunch of new, like the fact that, I said, is it NM for New Mexico? And it's actually for New Mutants. Because he's a nerd like me. I actually really like him. We're kind of nerdy.
You guys talk now
Yeah.
all the time, right? You were saying
He's my new
email.
boyfriend.
He's your
He's
internet
married.
boy.
It's
Do you
fine.
guys have a catfish relationship, like an internet relationship?
I'm like, I'll send you photos of myself as somebody else.
Isn't he married? You better be careful.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
gonna
What? She look cute. I'm good.
You're gonna get him in a lot of trouble.
What? She's cute. I said.
Don't fuck up Ace and Gary. Gary's not. Gary, I don't think Gary does the internet news with us anymore. Just Ace.
Yeah.
Ace is a lone wolf.
It's okay. He's not alone. I'm here. Okay. I'll cuddle him.
All right, what do we got this week for you?
All right. Probably my favorite story yet! Exclamation point. Robert Hack Diamonds had an ad on Facebook where if you buy an engagement ring from them, you can get a pair of SmackDown tickets.
I think SmackDown gives away tickets for free sometimes. And Raw, no joke. Like,
Really?
the attendance has been. Now, this isn't a knock. Everyone's gonna go, oh my god. Like, so I wonder if he got the tickets for free. But go ahead.
I would really be curious how successful it was, and what happens when the woman finds out that her boyfriend only decided to get the ring because he could get wrestling tickets out of the deal. This is a reality show waiting to happen.
So if you buy a ring from them, you get 2 free wrestling tickets. Mm-hmm. I bet if he got the tickets for free, he's just getting business for
All day.
Yeah. Wow, that's
But then they're gonna, get engaged in front of the Coliseum that they're performing at.
But that's not guaranteed they're gonna cover it or anything. You might just propose to her. Like, how do you know? Like, they're not gonna.
I get my rings at Jared and Kay's, okay? No.
I know that's news to me.
Just kidding. Don't be mad. Next story. That one was cute. I like that.
I thought it was worthless piece of shit news for that to start off wrestling, but it's all right, Ace. I'm not gonna ever.
I thought it was adorable. Don't talk to him.
I like it when Ace just gives me stuff like this.
Yeah, because it's so cute. You get SmackDown tickets and engagement. I love. So, bite me. Nia Jax, is that right?
Nia. I think that's
Nia.
one of those where
Well,
you
okay.
can't go wrong.
Yes, I got
There's
it.
different pronunciations. I
Yes.
feel for that.
Leave of absence.
Yeah,
Period.
she's so supposedly she's I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone really does. But I just know the WWE schedule is very grueling and tough, and everyone. I know when I was there, I never wanted to miss a day of work because you don't want to. You get addicted to it. It's really a weird thing where you take pride in not missing. Like, you never want to miss any. You want to fucking be on everything
Right.
because you feel important, but the schedule is insane, and it is. I think now we're seeing in the schedule is you're going 4 or 5 days a week, and they have the split rosters now. The 4 days is much easier than the 5. I think everyone can attest, who does that can attest to that. But things happen in life, and you're on the road all the time, so you have to. Who's to say? Like, I don't know what happened. I hope everything's all right, and it's good to just take some time off from. Like, I honestly wish I would have done it more.
Do you think she's gonna have a baby?
I don't know. Do you think? No, I think that was never mentioned. I don't.
Look at that! I'm starting gossip.
Don't just start rumors. No, but I mean,
if I'm on the sports stir, not
you never. Honestly, you never know though. That could have been like you.
Yeah,
never know.
It's a
I don't.
absence.
But I hope that would be very positive news.
Yeah.
If that would be a great reason to take time off. So.
I'm hoping she's prego.
All right. What else we got?
Kevin Owens leaves WWE tour for personal reasons.
My buddy JD just mentioned that to me today, and I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Again, there seems to be it's a weird time right now. Everything going on. It's but again, life happens. They're on the road nonstop. You sometimes just got to take a moment to go handle shit going on at home or whatever it is, and so until we'll have more on that next week because I don't think anyone knows what's going on with that.
It's late breaking. TLC pay-per-view. Kurt Angle replaces Roman Reigns.
That's so. In that message with Kevin Owens, that was mentioned, along with I believe Finn Balor is now taking on AJ Styles. At the pay-per-view. This was all kind of last-minute stuff, but supposedly viral meningitis is going around. Where
Isn't that the kissing disease?
I don't know. That's what you said earlier.
Yes, I did, and I 100% believe that
because
you get
it started. Well, so just so everyone, this is funny you saying that because it started with Bo Dallas.
Okay.
And then his brother got it, Bray.
So they're kissing each other.
And then Bray's wife, or a girlfriend, is supposedly
threesome.
Is that what you?
Oh, I totally think a threesome happened.
No, I think it's also an airborne disease.
Viral meningitis.
Sharing locker rooms or being close in the ring together, anyone can get it.
Yeah, they're sweating into each other's mouths.
But Roman Reigns also got it, so there's another one added.
His wife probably has it too.
Oh, Jesus, Phoenix.
I'm hoping she has it. Otherwise, there's some explaining to do, Lucy.
Oh.
What? That's how you get it. No. Anyone else, please feel free to.
I'm sure you can get it through just being in close proximity to other people.
How do you get close?
Well, obviously, kissing's the closest form as far as your face.
My mouth on somebody's private parts is normally how meningitis. That's how people do it.
Have you had viral meningitis?
Never.
I mean, neither.
I never knock on wood. Right? I've never had an STD in my life.
Really?
And I've fucked on camera for 10 years and not one single positive test for anything.
That's very good to know. Thank you for sharing that with all the listeners out there, Phoenix.
Who wants to fuck?
Jesus Christ.
My drink's gone, by the way.
Party
Phoenix in full effect.
I love that the thimble is enough to get you loose. No, but it's one of those things in the TLC pay-per-view coming up, and obviously it will have happened by the time that we come out on Monday. But I think that the pay-per-view already wasn't like it was a stacked lineup on the show, and I think the big thing for this one was the big Shield reunion with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins, and Roman obviously is off. That was the big match, and they just went all out. Kurt Angle hasn't wrestled in the WWE ring in like 11 years, but he's wrestled in that period. I just saw him this last year. He's in incredible shape.
He's a wrestler by birth.
But he's an Olympic gold medalist, badass. So he's now stepping up and being put into the match. And and again, I understand there's different arguments that, well, they never promoted it and this is a huge match but the word hopefully will get out enough where it would have been good to be able to promote it on TV, obviously. And I think under ideal circumstances, they would agree with that. But sometimes when things happen last minute like this, and I hope everyone is all right, and that sounds like it's a pretty.
It can be vicious. That disease is.
Yeah, obviously, and I think they're testing other talents to make sure, and I think they think others might get sick by that point. Like, you don't know. Once that starts going around, and like everyone in WWE is all.
Can I ask a question? Are wrestlers like remember how You know they give out like condoms at the Olympics, right? Because you got a whole bunch of hot ass.
Wait,
fucking
no,
people.
I didn't know. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Oh, you didn't? Oh no, it's a known fact.
Is it like in your gift bag?
It's one of the things, like, it's given out to you. Like, here's a condom. You're going to go fuck other Olympians because you guys are all hot and amazing.
You guys are all just elite human beings that are going to try to breed with each other.
Of course.
Yeah.
And fuck and have fun. And
That's
drink.
a great thing to go to. Just go to the Olympics to look for someone to breed with, sheerly on just genetics.
It's like, yo, you just want to go medal in
you're
what?
the best
Let's
in the world.
fuck.
What's up?
Well, now we know where Ryback's going to be in 2018.
Why is Ryback in all the Olympics? Just huge fucking mark for the Olympics.
New thing. We see him at the pool
All
watching
decked
bitches
out in
swim.
Olympic gear.
It'd be so cute. Oh, my goodness.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Anyways, but yeah, they give that out. So I could totally. Is the
No,
wrestling
they never-
locker room not like that? Like
No,
people
I
don't fuck each other?
No, I don't. You don't talk about that stuff.
Oh, geez. Why are we talking about who we fuck? We film it.
No, but well, it's you. But I think in that you would just end up marrying them. Usually, I think it's the common trend now up there.
Oh.
Divas and superstars just ended up. It was never kind of like a thing before.
Okay.
Now it's just like it's normal. Now I think
There's a new diva. Who gets her? Tag.
No, but I think what happens is it's now more acceptable to date within the company, whereas before, not that it was necessarily frowned upon, but there were negative things that have happened with different people over the years, and so you just were better off avoiding those problems.
Like Sable and.
But like just without saying names, I'm just saying like.
There's a lot of domestic abuse in some, professional sports.
No, but I don't. Where did that just come from?
Because one thing I do follow is who hit who in wrestling.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, really? Okay, now I understand why Pat was here for that part.
Yeah, I don't like.
Oh,
I stay away.
There's like
whenever wrestlers would gossip or anything, I was gone. I don't hang around for anything. I don't care. But I just think that now in today's. You're gone and you're on the road. It's like it's really hard to have a personal life when you're home a day and a half or 2 days a week.
True.
It is, and most people aren't gonna I'm gone 5 days a week. Like that's not okay for most people.
You're right.
It's really and you have to be all obsessed about your job and your home and you're getting your laundry done, paying your bills, and you got to go work out or you got to do this and that or you want to just sleep because you haven't slept all week and then like. It's a really tough thing to ask other people to understand that because it's fucked up. It's not normal, and it shouldn't be required of people, but it is. And so it's sometimes just easier to date within the company. So I think that's what we are now seeing. People have now settled for that because that's the next best thing. But that was never really the people that did it before. It tended, especially like you have a breakup or something.
You fucked the whole card.
No, but you just it just and then you see maybe one of your buddies then it creates it's like don't shit where you eat. Right. Don't shit where you eat was always kind of stressed, and that was always kind of Joey Mercury always used to say that, and it's good advice.
Is that why you stayed single?
You're better off. No, I'm just a weird case, Phoenix.
Don't worry. Next week we're gonna discuss your dating life.
Oh, I'll answer questions on that.
Okay, well wait till after next week. I'm literally gonna take a whole block segment just for how Ryback's relationship life is.
Absolutely, I'd be more than happy to answer that.
Awesome.
I don't shy away from things.
We'll see. Next, Brock Lesnar versus man.
You don't know his name. Go ahead.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
Okay, not horrible.
Why the fuck did you just say it like that? Jinder
Mahal.
Jinder. Jinder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jinder
fine.
Mahal.
Jinder, Tinder. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Jinder Tinder Mahal. You'll never forget the name now. Having a hell of a run right now, I bet, with that championship.
Oh, really?
That's his profile pic. He's the WWE champion.
Oh, is he?
That'd be a hell of a thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Jinder Tinder Mahal with the WWE championship just slaying towns.
Well, it looks like there's issued a challenge to Brock Lesnar, presumably for Survivor Series.
I saw that. Yeah, I believe he's going to challenge Brock Lesnar for Survivor Series. Anything else on that?
No. As entertaining as it may be to be champion, WWE's done enough to make him seem like he's on Brock's level.
Has WWE done enough? Is that?
Yes, sorry, has WWE.
How do I know that and you don't?
Because you read the news.
I go through them before you read them just to have an idea.
Just so that we can talk shit.
I love that you're slurring on a thimbles of Purity vodka. What an endorsement for them. You guys, take a thimble shot of Purity and you're going to be slurring your words like Phoenix. No, I think it's a different matchup. It's interesting. Champions from both shows. Why not? And I think it's a non-title matchup. And Jinder, I understand what Ace is getting at with that. And I'm not saying he's wrong by any means. But you never know till you do something. I think it's a great opportunity for Jinder to step up and challenge himself from a wrestling standpoint against Brock Lesnar. So I can't imagine that's an easy task. Brock Lesnar and I've seen him wrestling other WWE talents, and Brock has his ways, and if he doesn't think that you're a viable opponent physically, the matches don't go long. And he has a lot of say in what he does, and as he should.
Right.
So, but you got to believe in yourself, and you got to know what's best for you, and have the balls to stand up for yourself. And I think I look forward to seeing it.
All right.
I hope they get a little time.
I do too, because I like to watch two big guys fight.
Fucking Mark.
This one, I kind of want to do something with it, and you're going to laugh at me. So 20 years of D-Generation X, because you know that's my shit. October 13th, 1997, the WWF started using the name D-Generation X to describe Triple H, Shawn Michaels, China Rest in Peace, and Rick Rude's new fraction.
Fraction or faction?
Faction. Oops.
Why? I've noticed, this is just another observation on your wrestling news. WWE, say it.
WWE.
You just said that fine. You say it so fast that you say WWE.
Really?
You slur WWE so bad.
It's alcohol.
I love that this is why at the end of the show, the wrestling news is so entertaining. I apologize for interrupting.
Wait, I have to do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X is proud to present the tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. That's how old school I am.
They're
okay?
gonna love that you know them. Like
I love that.
Road Dogg is like in a really good position with WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like I don't know if he's the lead writer or head creative guy on SmackDown now, but like because him and Hunter and him and Billy Gunn left and they brought them back, and Road Dogg is like cleaned up his life and done well for himself. I always got along with him really well. He was always
cool.
But he's like, he's funny. He's fun to joke with.
He seems like a character, like a good person.
Yeah. Like whatever he has to be or do in wrestling, which he just seemed like. And Scotty, his brother Scott Armstrong, was a good guy for all the instances that I was there for. I always got along with those guys. So but yeah, he's sitting well with the company now.
It's kind of cute too.
I like that you know them.
DX was a huge back in the day. A lot of people look to them as the WWF answer to the NWO, but for my friends, DX is always a much bigger deal. Agreed.
No, I think, well, also too, WCW went out of business, and NWO WWE brought them back, but WWE has always kept DX alive, and the WWE was the bigger promotion, so.
Oh yeah, big time.
And they've had a longer run than NWO, so I guess.
I remember when they brought Sting back, it was like, okay, we got rid of WCW, now you have to come home.
But they brought back, like when they did that, they had the NWO run out, they had DX run out for that, and like it was, I think NWO is when they were both at their heights, it was probably neck and neck.
Oh, yeah, the Wolf
but
Pack.
I think you're going to have people that say NWO was bigger. You're going to have people that say DX was bigger. But DX has survived the test of time because they're under the WWE umbrella. But NWO, those guys still do appearances around the world
Kevin
together,
Nash is
cleaning
amazing.
up.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. That's hell of a guy. Like they are still. You bring the NWO to a signing, they get a good turnout. So 20 years later, so I think both are have made their mark in wrestling.
I'm gonna fuck this name up. You're so mean. Okay, WWE signs their first female talent from India and the Middle East. WWE announced that it has signed 2 premier female athletes to develop contracts.
Developmental?
Is it developmental? Yeah, developmental
okay.
contracts. Thank you.
Okay.
Kavita Devi
I don't know.
from India, and Shada Basio.
Sounds good.
Okay, from Jordan. Devi and Basio are two first women from India and the Middle East, respectively, to receive opportunities to train to become WWE superstars.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. I think that's a hell of an opportunity. That's good. They've expanded. WWE is a global brand.
She was a power lifter, Devi. That's sick.
Probably pretty badass, yeah.
I'm like, I want to see her now. I'll be Googling after this. And then Basio was a trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete.
It's always different, though, coming from a different sport like
yeah.
that into wrestling, because it's a whole other world. But if you could figure it out, then you're all right. But it's not the same. Conditioning-wise, it takes a lot of effort conditioning.
Right.
From a physical standpoint, but it's two different worlds. It's like any profession. You would say Michael Jordan was arguably the greatest basketball player. Went to baseball, he wasn't the greatest baseball player. It's just it's different skills.
But Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football.
I loved Bo
Yeah,
Jackson
see?
as a kid, man. I
yeah,
take
of
it you were
course,
big.
yeah.
I had his poster up, and
Oh yeah, I had his baseball poster.
I remember his
even.
poster was up at my school. Like he was like
He
he was the
and he
fucking
was
man.
also he was drug free and all that.
Was Bo? Was he? I wonder if Bo Jackson was ever a steroid guy, because
I don't think so. Look at his build. Like he was stacked, but
I have to go back and look, because I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into this.
You never know that era though, because it was a different time.
Oh yeah, big time.
And things weren't as what they
are
under the
now.
microscope like they are now. Yeah. I would hope. I would hope he wasn't. I read I remember reading an autobiography on his life when I was younger,
Right.
and he came up from a tough upbringing and just a little badass.
Yeah, I like him. This one I'm interested in because I kind of could see you doing the show on there.
Okay.
Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore joins Twitch. Do you know about Twitch?
No, I don't know. I've worked for Tommy on a couple House of Hardcore shows. So
Oh, what exactly is it?
it's just in wrestling. He's a professional wrestler, very good guy, and he was with WWE. He was with ECW. That's where most people know him from. And then he's been with WWE from a wrestling standpoint, and he worked backstage or in the offices in Stamford for some time. But he started his own promotion, House of Hardcore, and he runs shows around the country, and he's done well for himself outside of WWE. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wrestling is I always say, I feel like there's a lot of ways to make money in this world. Being a wrestling promoter I don't know if it's the smartest way to make money.
But if you're good at it,
But if you're
it's
good,
probably...
but yeah.
So-
he's found a way to make it. I'm just saying, for the amount of headaches that it is.
Oh yeah,
because
making sure your talent's there and on time.
Because a lot of things aren't in your control. But because you got to make sure talents show up. You know,
Right.
it's
like directing.
Yeah. The job is you are relying on other people for things to come through, which is, it doesn't always work out that way. So, but he's done a good job with it, and he books good talent. So
We like you. So Twitch forum, I would think, especially being the fact that you can monopolize on things.
What is Twitch?
Okay, it is a gamer. So you can go online, and it's normally you go on. Let's just say you like to play
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda, which I do too.
On
Are you
NES.
serious? You like it?
Yes.
Okay, so we can live stream that on Twitch, and people pay you to watch you play video games.
What? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not joking. You really didn't know about this?
No,
How-
I don't know. I don't know about
Oh
any
my
of this
goodness. No, this is like huge.
People-
Manuel Ferrara makes a shit ton of money.
Who?
Manuel Ferrara, he's male talent. And what he'll do is especially he does something really cool, which all of the membership and joins and donations he gets, for 24 hours, he'll donate to St. Jude's on certain days. And he has a different porn girl every hour come in for 24 hours. And they just talk and bullshit, and he plays video games.
He just plays video game. Wait, he doesn't sleep for 24 hours?
Yeah. Well, he just does that. But he goes to sleep. He's a normal guy. He's not on any...
He just does that for little periods
Yeah.
of time, every
Mhm.
once in a while.
But every time he live streams, he has people all over the world that pay him to watch him play video games.
So wait, what are the people doing? They're watching on their TVs somebody play video.
on their computers. They watch you play video games.
Why would you do that?
Because some people are really into their games, and then they
Why?
really find
Why don't you go learn
interesting.
about stuff like how to make money or live
I'll
life.
show you. Don't worry. I'll show you.
No, I don't even want to know. I don't
Yeah,
even.
you do. It's fun.
It's not. What would be fun about watching
Because
somebody?
you go on. It's not about other people. Let's just say it's Zelda. There's a huge following for Zelda, and you know
I don't
this.
give a fuck. I'm trying to think of who I like the most in life.
Okay, would you watch Joe Rogan play video games?
No.
'Cause even on drugs? 'Cause
No,
you know,
no, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I like hearing his podcast and learning about different subjects. I like it because he has good guests on his show.
So can you imagine watching them live do that?
No,
No.
I can't. No, because I don't care about the game.
You're like, no.
This is a made up thing.
No.
No,
it's
I don't
huge.
get it. I
It is
know.
huge. We're gonna have to discuss it.
I just think if people found better ways to direct their energy, they would. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Not
We
gonna-
all know that are of, social media marketing standpoints, we know what Twitch is, and we know it's amazing. So
Oh, okay.
we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
Stu Benoit.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yes?
Stu. Okay, wait. Hold on. Holy fuck. That's the botch of all time.
Stu Bennett.
Stu Bennett.
I know, but
Holy,
Benoit,
he's listens to this show every week.
I'm just
He's one
messing.
of my good friends.
Okay, I'm gonna get beaten up. I'm sorry, Stu.
Bad news.
Formerly Wade Barrett, Stu Bennett.
Oh, Larry Barrett. Okay, I know who
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
So why don't you just say that? I can say that.
Well, because he's Stu Bennett now. WWE
Which one do you
owns
wanna
Wade
be?
Barrett. I want him to be Stu Bennett because that's my friend.
Okay, Stu
Wade
Bennett.
Barrett is a made-up fictional character owned by WWE.
Okay, well, fuck that, because obviously they fucked him over, so fuck that. All right, you are Stu Bennett. Okay, so Stu Bennett spoke with Sport Bible on a number of wrestling topics. One, wanting to get back in the ring. I'm 99% certain I will wrestle again at some point. I just couldn't tell you when. I have those days where I'm like, no, everything hurts and I don't want to get back in the wrestling ring again. And I have those days where I feel like I'm great and I can't wait to get back in. I know at some point I'll be wanting to get back in. So if the right opportunity comes along, we'll get it done. Leaving the WWE, my contract was coming to an end. I had been there just over 9 years at that point. I was not happy with the way my creative had gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy with some of the stuff behind the scenes and the way I've been treated by certain people there. So in my opinion, it was time to move on and do something else, at least for a while. I feel that I was wasting my time there. There's a lot of guys who are not happy with their lot in life. And I got to the point where I didn't believe I was getting the opportunities to get to the level that I wanted to be in. And I think once I'd been writing on the wall, I'd seen the writing on the wall from that perspective, it was a very easy decision for me to leave.
Yeah, I've always been very close with one Stu Bennett and very intelligent human being. He has a lot going on, and he is a main event wrestler, and
Which means that's why his body hurts.
But he was someone they missed the boat on time and time again and again. It happens in different. Everyone has their story and the different things, and I want him, and he's somebody I don't, like I said, I keep my circle tight, and he's one of the guys that I would have. He's in my circle, and I think he's getting himself healthy, taking a little break, regrouping,
Like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we different reasons, but some of the same reasons and some different reasons. And it's I think he's kept himself busy in different ways, and any wrestling promotion would be lucky to have him on the roster. He's a great human being, and he can work with anybody, and he's a main event wrestler. So that's my opinion.
And I hope your body feels better all days. Not because I'm trying to be,
Jesus,
jeez. I will say he's really handsome
You
because
said
I
that
think
in
it's
an
the
extra
one.
baby tone, by the way. I hope your body feels better in always.
And didn't he come out in jeans and that's it at some point in the beginning of his career?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure,
I love
'cause
that you remember Stu Bennett in just jeans. He's gonna get a kick out of that. He's belly laughing right now over this. God damn it, Phoenix.
How tall is he again?
He's always a tall fucking glass of water.
See, I knew it.
He's
It is
about
what I was
6'7",
thinking. Yep.
I would say,
Yes.
yeah.
See, I could totally fuck him. All right, moving on. Austin Aries on Indie Success. Last weekend, Austin Aries was on Twitter. Upcoming 6 weeks of bingo hall money over last 4 months of big league money. Awesome to see scene thriving around the world.
So again, no one knows what thriving is, and I've been on the independents and he's talking from probably a creative standpoint and being free to go out there and just wrestle and whatnot. It's and both have their pluses and both have their negatives. And that's just, I'm happy that he seems happy doing that right now and whatnot. He's a very smart guy, I know, and it's a tough thing. I will say there's nothing wrestling. WWE will give you the best platform to go out and wrestle on as far as crowds because their brand is the strongest brand in the wrestling game. But that's not to say that you can't go wrestle for other promotions and have a great time, because you can. And they're two different worlds. Independent wrestling and WWE wrestling are night and day. And it's just more, I can't explain it. You have to experience both, and I'm glad I've got to experience both. Both have really great qualities and both have bad qualities to them and stuff. So it's good to see he's in a positive frame of mind, which he should be, because he made the decision to go on to other things. And it's, I just think it's something I'm glad I've got to experience it, because there's good and bad with it and whatnot. And there's good and bad with the other one. And it's just the way that exists in life. So I'm happy that he's happy, though. It's because I'm sure he wasn't there long enough to be frustrated. I feel like
with the scheduling and
Yeah.
taking the bumps.
No, I mean, but he's been wrestling for a long time. So, and everybody's different, but he wasn't there for years and on top of years. And I thought he was used in a very good fashion while he was there. So, but he seems like a good guy, and I'm if he's happy, that's good.
Good. That's all we got.
Good deal. Well, that's it for this week's show. Do you have anything you want to social media wise plug, Phoenix?
I think I already did it, so I'm good.
I am Ryback22 on Twitter, the big guy Ryback22 on Instagram, and Ryback247 on Snapchat. Thank you guys for listening. You've just listened to another episode of Conversation with the Big Guy.